Go for it.
Alright. According to last session, you lot basically just wormed your way slowly out of the trouble you had wormed your way into. This meant mostly a lot of running around, talking to interesting folk, and shoveling yourselves as deep into debt as you could manage without actually having to sacrifice profit factor. So that was interesting. You managed to get off planet finally. That's a plus. Back to your ship, and in somewhat better condition than when you started the day? Sort of. I mean, you have supplies for the ship being sent on their way, and a very great deal of acquisitions are essentially being made over the next 2 days. Out of session, we had a complication arise as they were essentially, I don't know how else to describe this, plundering the planet of its resources via Sketh's impossible ability to convince people they really don't need all that stuff. However, in his desperate attempts to steal everything not nailed down of worth, he did run into a small error. He attempted, for reasons that escape me, to not only acquire a bit of heretical xenotech, but to also sell a piece of heretical xenotech within the rough 2-3 day sphere of when they just had a Xeno appear and attempt to infiltrate by their accounts. Luckily, he was able to pass the blame essentially onto some poor schmuck, and very nearly got caught out by the inspectors, but with a single spend of a single reroll via fate point spent this session for the purposes of, he escaped. I wouldn't call it hanging, it's more like firing line. And thus we are going to join our compadres on the third day, roughly morning. It's difficult to tell with this planet sometimes, but especially if you're on the city, but more or less morning. You have to say 10 o'clock by Terran standards for those of you who remember what Terra is. And yes, you have your new acquisitions. You're not dead, and life looks okay right now. Keeping in mind, however, you do owe the dock on the lower levels apparently a small shopping list of semi-illegal parts from creatures of the forest. How you go about acquiring them is still up to you.
Well, we have we did manage to barter normal commerce like for much of the contents of that list,
Yeah, but
and
some of the
so
stuff
we
was
could
just bits and bobs one could just commerce away, but some of that, not so much.
yes, so we could simply send that on to the doctor from beyond space that makes sense, because that guy's surgery is mere steps above the kind of conditions you experience in the warp.
Hmm. Though I don't think he'll be satisfied with just the little bits. I mean, that might satisfy him for the moment, but he is expecting the full list. Nothing stops you from, of course, snuffing him for the full payment, but, you know, making enemies.
Well, all he effectively healed on me was 2 wounds.
I can't help the fact he rolled shit, okay? He actually has a really
Yeah,
good skill. He
yeah.
just rolled shit.
We do not
He's,
owe him that deep of a debt, but he
he's
he he
still...
may be something we need to worry about if we do snub him.
Mm.
I am saying to the others.
They agree, while Carnivore does little flips on his power board for no reason other than because he has one now.
Now, at this point, I think Desmond has already said her piece on what she thinks about that guy, but.
I was actually just looking at something else.
Speaking of, though, of the
Can I
power
get a
board,
ship? Would a ship force field be available? Those are a lot less rare.
possibly. For your ship?
Yeah, vehicle force field is extremely rare.
Oh, is that all?
Is that all? Well, it says Scath, the broken... Fuck you, Scath.
A best quality one has a best quality one again has a -30.
Checking.
It's on 130 in Heart of the Storm.
Into the Storm or Heart of the Storm?
Into the Storm.
Yeah, I heard Heart for some reason. I'm like, what book is that?
The splat only talks about the ones for personal use, but there is list for one for vehicles.
Well, there's a listing. I don't see any problem with it. I just need to check some to see its things.
It has an 80 protection rating.
Yeah, ships tend to be ridiculous like that, but then again, ship guns tend to be ridiculous.
You can buy a personal one that has the same, but only a Space Marine can actually carry it around and use it.
Because it's heavy, probably.
Yep, and it'll run through all of its power in an hour.
That too.
If you can't get out of
130?
engagement range in an hour, you're probably doomed anyways.
Actual page 130, not the...
Yeah.
The actual splat for it's down on 131. I imagine it would take up some of my cargo space.
Yeah, it would. It's kind of bulky. You could convince... Probably definitely you'd be interacting with them again, but yeah, you could most likely get a hold of one for your ship from the Imperial Guard. They do have ships with that kind of capability, not many, but you can probably get your hands on one, because you're just that fucking good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to take up cargo space, though. I'm not sure how much it should take up. I'm thinking 2, but...
I forget how much I have, so...
Well, tell me how much you have, because that's a base amount, and that'll give me a good idea.
Because yeah, that pardon me, that thing is somewhere between a small cargo shuttle and a large dropship.
Carrying capacity... it has quarters for 6 people. Cargo is 30 people or equivalent cargo.
Ah, that's easier to figure
Everyone
out.
can stop panicking.
That's about 10 people worth, I'd say. Think about the room with 10 people.
Well, it's a lot less space, but my ship will actually survive encounters, so I'll go with it.
Alright. Fair enough, you have it. Installing it, though, will take a day, so you won't have it today. Unless you want to push it for later or something.
We managed to stop panicking in your absence so hard that we stopped like 20 minutes before you got here.
I guess so.
I was just finishing up a few more purchases. So.
Yeah, so now we can talk about all your drugs you want to buy.
Yeah, you want to buy a shit ton of drugs, man.
So?
He's got needs.
So why do you need all the drugs?
Alright, so the photo contacts are not available. The red laser sight is. Your shit fuck ton of drugs.
The red laser sight would be fine.
Can I just jack a red laser sight from that?
I think I ordered a vast amount.
Yeah, he said vast. Yeah, you can have this. Red laser dot sights are not hard to get. It's literally a.
It's a laser pointer on a gun.
Yeah, it's not very hard.
I'll basically be putting on everything that is applicable.
Yeah, I'm like most Imperial Guard actually have these. Double laser gun. Technically speaking, the red laser dot might kill things better than their gun. Ha! Anyway, your shit ton of drugs. I will allow you to get these drugs. Many as you want, in as much quality as you want. However, Doing so gains the immediate attention of whoever is in charge of these 90% illegal substances. How you want to deal with that is up to you. Whether or not you care about like being on the list is up to you. But this amount of drug being moved around and this level of illegality, yeah, you're going to get noticed.
I mean, for some of these, I don't care about being on a list. A member of the Addictus Mechanicus getting, like, attention spanner is probably not unheard of.
No, but getting things like, I don't know, Obscura, Frenzon especially, Cold Fire. Yeah, what are you getting up to, guy? Some of this stuff is the sort of things you put on Penal Planet forced fighters and watch them go stir-crazy as they fly into a stupid rage and kill themselves on the orcs.
Well, on the plus side, Frenzon and Cold Fire are totally explainable by the fact that we're going to go hunting.
No, it's not.
How
No,
is it
it's not. Easy. Most people don't go into a frenzy and then go try to stab the creatures.
Some people do.
They're all dead.
Well, then we'll die.
Not if they've got Frenzon.
No, they'd be extra dead with friends on. Because they'd be uncaring and just throw themselves at it and be dead. It's not an excuse. You can get it, I'm just saying. You're on the list.
Wait, you can dual wield pistols?
Yes.
You can dual wield just about anything.
That's what I've
our-
been doing.
That's what she's been doing this whole time.
It does take a heavy commitment.
Also, you've technically been quad-wielding pistols, because you've got those two flamers built into your
Well, now they are.
forearms.
Yeah, they weren't before.
Ah, okay.
No, the other
Now he's quad wielding.
the other pistols actually technically I dropped the bolters, picked up the pistols out of a sheath, and then fired.
Nevertheless.
Yeah, I don't
Well, I
got them
have
built
everyone
in.
here. Do you want your drugs or not, Sigs?
I mean, I can drop the Frenzon and Cold Fire.
Okay, that leaves Attention Spanner, Obscura, and Haze. Those would be so... What's the word? Ubiquitous? They're freaking everywhere, and they
Ubiquitous,
wouldn't...
yeah.
They wouldn't even blink if you had some on you. They are all
Yeah,
over the
I'm
place.
fine with dropping Frenzon and Cold Fire. Those are just, like...
Yeah,
if
those
we
are
can get them-
military grade. Send them into a battle rage and murder everything like steroids.
As a side note, I assume the ones I got were fine because they're mostly just medicinal.
Yeah, medicinal stuff. I think I already addressed yours. I'm just addressing the extra stuff he posted, so it's very likely been already addressed and you have it.
So what the shit happened with the complication?
They passed, barely.
Yay! Did anything happen, or is it just, okay,
Scaff
fine?
failed the really important deceive check to fool the investigators, and he had to use a today's fate point to re-roll it.
Well, that's what they're for.
Yep. That's really all that happened, but I'm pleased. So you avoided your grim misfortune. You have not lost profit factor.
Whoa!
Now we can get proper started. So, I already did the recap. You weren't here for it. Sucks to be you. Get on with life.
How many
What are
days
you
have
gonna do?
passed? Am I still paranoid?
3 days.
So I'm not
yes, you are.
paranoid.
Yeah.
You probably should be, though.
Why?
Have you seen what's been happening to us so far?
Okay, fine. I'm not machines put into my head level paranoid.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Not more so than usual.
shush. Yes.
All right, so your situation as it stands, you have everything more or less on your list that you could get, and you still have a responsibility, I guess we're going to call it, to pay the doc on the lower levels for fixing sort of Sketh's face. Now you have most of the mundane stuff was an easy acquirement. However, the more complicated parts on the list, you either got to pay up a profit factor or go out and get them yourselves. And from the talk, it seems like you're willing to go out and get it yourselves, as the doc does expect full payment, and not paying him in full may lead to problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I say we solve the problems by firing at it from space.
That will not leave much of you to harvest.
Doctor.
I'm not going to be a whole lot of city left to fucking...
I believe there was talk about Desdemona accepting, like, having to join up with a certain group for hunting.
Yeah, the Hunters Guild or
the
whatever.
Hunters Guild. You are technically already pseudo-members, because in order to get certain items, you had to join up. Or at least according to them. And if you wish to go talk to them, you may about going on just a hunting expedition.
Yeah, that's part of the reason she joined up, was because it gets her stuff she wants, and we're going to actually go hunting. They might have info.
They're most definitely going to have info.
And since we don't know anything about this list actually where we get it, this might be a good
Considering
place
none
to
of you
start.
have any wildlife knowledge, yes, I might as well just be gibberish.
Yes,
right.
yes,
that
we
was,
did.
that was the collaboration we decided on to get the motion predictors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we were going to go to them to get intel on this stuff, anyways.
All right. If you're all agreed, then it's not very hard to locate the hunters. They have multiple taverns, bars, and holdouts where they just go. Never mind the various hangars and docking stations they have to use, especially on ground level.
Oh, and Desimoda doesn't actually need to see a medic anymore.
No.
Good for her.
2 days of bed rest healed up her wounds, so I'm
Good.
Oh, that reminds me. I need that explained to me, how that works.
Okay, so depends if you're taking so if you're lightly wounded, you just gain back 1 wound per day.
Okay.
Normally, not doing anything. If you're lightly wounded, then if you take a full day's bed rest, you gain back wounds up to your toughness bonus.
Okay.
Heavily wounded is different.
Yeah, heavily wounded is above half your wounds.
I believe so. I need to go look that up because I only looked up what I needed.
Okay.
We'll pause while that is figured out, because that is actually important.
So yeah, if you're heavily damaged, you've taken more than twice your toughness bonus in damage.
What's your toughness bonus, Scath? 2? I don't
3.
believe it.
3,
Have
actually.
you taken 6 wounds? Yes, he has. He's heavily wounded.
The doctor healed 2 of them off
God.
me, bringing me down to 8. So,
Oh, this sucks.
uh-oh.
So, a heavily damaged character removes 1 damage per week through natural healing. If a heavily damaged character devotes an entire week to complete rest, you remove your toughness bonus worth of damage.
Your face is still barbecue, is what he's saying.
Once you fall underneath the heavily damaged bonus, then you can heal as per lightly damaged.
Okay, and the margin is half wounds, or is it double toughness?
Double toughness.
Okay, so if I can heal 2 more off, then I'll only be lightly damaged.
Yeah, and then
Let's
you'll
see the
heal
doc
relatively
again.
quickly. Well, no, you
Okay.
actually can't.
Pardon?
After he's already taken a treatment, that's right.
Yeah, it's 1 treatment per set of wounds. So he's already got the treatment he can get.
Here's a question, by the way. Do we want to try and stop by that apothecary to get an auger array in me?
I want to stop by and get us a medical team.
But if we did that, we might also be able to get a diagnostor, which I could stick into my
Body somewhere.
servo skull.
I think your ship, regardless, needs a medical team on staff.
That means talking to the apothecary.
It does, yeah.
Do you want to go see the apothecary or the Hunters Guild,
Well,
or do you want to split the group?
Considering going to the Hunters Guild leads into... I mean, we could go Hunters Guild, find info, then check the apothecary. I think the apothecary is a good idea before we go into the jungles and see what can kill us.
Yeah.
But Sketh can't really come to the apothecary.
Oh, no, he
yeah.
totally
Scat-
can. I want to see him go. Go, dude.
Well, we could just leave him on, like, the shuttle or something out of
Sketh
the
will
way
get
if we need be.
ashed.
I mean, it's not ideal, but...
Actually,
He can oversee the installation of my force field.
He could.
He can supervise.
She can.
I
Keeping in mind, most of you are wearing power armor, and one of you is wearing what is essentially elite marine gear.
yeah.
I bought it.
I have no problem being left behind on the shuttle to keep an eye on Pinky and Patsy and what's their names?
Ha!
Patches.
Can we name one Prune Face?
He doesn't have that many crew. You guys are just making up crew now.
I'm mostly referencing Dick Tracy.
Now I'm Dick Tracy. Take that, prune face.
It's
If you guys
Patches,
are going to
Gears,
go see
Scrappy,
the
and Pouchy.
apothecary first, because I imagine Desdemona has to go to, show face, and the captain should probably be going if we're talking about maybe talking away some of the apothecary's staff.
Yeah, I mean, Desdemona will want to go. At the same time, their military branches kind of get along.
Out of
But-
all the military branches in the ecclesiarchy, yes, the Sisters of Battle and Space Marines get along probably the best, which isn't saying much, but they do an okay job.
As long as you don't read anything written by certain people that have...
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's Grey Knights, and they're a bunch of fuckholes, so moving on.
Grey Knight really fucks the lore.
Yeah, they kind of do. Moving on.
Leave your hentai at home.
We wish, but...
No.
It's worse.
I'm refusing. It's coming with us. Down to the planet.
I don't want to hear about your Star Trek slash fix.
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
who is going to see the Apothecary? I need a list.
Well,
Alright.
Desdemona's going.
Sig?
I'll go with.
Alright, so, Sketh, you're just going to hang out alone. Have fun.
No problem.
You stay on the shuttle. We'll be back.
Learn this cunning, human game called Solitaire.
Don't give him solitaire. He'll think it's some sort of religious icon. And then say it's heretical and burn it. Oh wait, that's you guys. Sorry.
No, our religious icon's Minesweeper.
Right, okay, so you're going to go down and try and get your hands on the Apothecary. So none of you will have trouble hitting the upper levels. None of you really will have... How long are you willing to wait on him? Because he's not immediately available when you ask what I'm going to assume is... I guess it's essentially a secretary? I mean, it's not really the actual job description, but might as well be.
Is there an estimate, or is it just you have to wait?
You have to wait. He'll see you when he sees you.
I imagine Desdemona's used to this, so
Yeah.
she'll just wait.
Bureaucracy is bureaucracy.
Right, okay, so...
I'll get
let's
off
see.
my hoverboard, kick it up, and sit down somewhere.
Well, I'm going to warn you, you keep riding that thing around, the gang is going to notice you and start trying to... Maybe not on the upper levels, though. Fair enough. Right. Okay, just checking the time. Rolling. Oh, lucky you. It doesn't even take an hour before he's ready to see you, apparently. And, yes, 1 second. Alright, so you enter a... It's difficult to describe, really. It reminds a cross of a church, a living space, and a military encampment's a good word. There are a lot of weapons on some parts of the walls. There's a lot of religious icons on another part of the wall, and there's a lot of, well, you don't know on that part of the wall. It looks like advanced techno-babble, to be completely honest. Even SIG is a bit confused about its purpose. It looks medical, though, or at least designed for surgery, judging from all the points and bits and bobs.
It's pointy and slashy, and it looks kind of like my medical arm.
A little bit. What dominates the room, however, is a Space Marine in full regula. Or regalia.
Regalia.
There it is, regalia. I knew I was pronouncing that wrong. Point is, he's in full power armor, and if you've ever seen a Space Marine before, and you haven't, oh boy. The average Space Marine is something like 8 feet tall. This guy goes around like 9. He's a good foot above him. And he's in power armor, so he's absolutely massive. He dominates this room, and this is a big room. Big enough to where the ceiling, if he was to reach up and hop, he could probably touch it. He's turned to you with an unreadable helmet as an expression, and booms out in a voice that is a little unexpected, because it's cordial. Ah, friends. Great to meet you. Ah, sister as well. I've heard of your exploits already. It is wondrous to see you. Come in. You're welcome here. If anyone would like to make a knowledge lore imperium on him for raisins, go ahead.
I might as well.
I still don't have Lore Imperium.
Sucks to be you, don't it?
I can make it untrained,
You can, yeah.
which, I mean, considering my int is actually still kind of a decent roll.
Yep.
Yeah, I
What is...
messed that one
Actu-
up.
I don't think you can. It's an advanced skill.
Yes, I know, I can't actually do it.
I even get a bonus to common lore for this stuff, and I still failed it.
You have fate points. You can re-roll your.
Oh,
blood.
I don't care about spending my one fate point on this.
Hey, I always like to offer. He's probably an apothecary. He's wearing white. That's a plus, right? You do notice he is armed, sort of. Most pointedly, he has some sort of strange multi-drilled blade thing on his right arm, and there is some sort of sword. It looks like a regular sword, if a bit ragged, just kind of hanging next to what looks like an altar he might have been praying at, with a cup on it. Really nice cup, but goblet, really. Regardless, he stands tall and proud and sort of just waves you forward. And what could I possibly do for you?
Sig
He
will
asks.
nod to him. Good day, Sir Apothecary. And a great number of things.
No need for titles. I am Juntus Solarion. Juntus to you. We do not see many starfarers relatively ever. The first I've seen in century, has it been? A very long time.
Well, in that case, hopefully we leave a good impression.
And so far, you've done a stellar job.
Can we get a spelling of his name?
Check the token map and you'll see him.
Oh god, I just realized that.
You just got it.
That is, yeah.
He went there. You can't see his face, but trust me, he's smiling.
Sig will pause for a moment instead of coughing, because tech priests do not cough. To cut straight to the point, I am the captain of the ship in orbit currently.
I am aware.
You may also be aware then that we have no medical team currently on board
I
that
was
ship.
not aware of this. What terrible, terrible situation has arisen to not have your men proper care.
Some unfortunate circumstances on our very first outing.
Very well, if you do not wish to share these circumstances, I do understand. There are
They were
incidents
all killed by
that could...
creatures from the warp.
Yes, it was
Well,
not.
that was blunt, but understandable.
Demons,
Yes.
my lord.
It was not for secrecy, more for trying not to think about it.
Yes, I completely understand. So what is it you require of me? I alone cannot provide the sort of support an entire ship would need.
No, but I have been led to understand that you know most of the medical professionals on the upper levels.
By virtue of being in charge of them for the sake of my situation, yes. I know them, though I do not know them as personally as I could hope. There are quite a few.
Because I was
Quite a
going to
few.
butt in, actually. If I may ask, my lord, what is your situation?
Sister. No need for such titles and such here. I am Juntus, that is all there is. But, as to your... You were questioning the numbers. What did you ask? He interrupted you, so I didn't fully hear what you were asking.
I just was curious about what your situation was here.
My situation? I am
Yes.
here because I was told to be here.
But
You're not satisfied, I see.
mm,
Do you know what chapter I hail from, sister?
I do not.
I would think the iconography would make it very simple. I am of the Blood Angels.
I guess I
And for
should
those-
have her roll for that because,
I will let everyone roll for this, and it is a very easy check. They're one of the biggest chapters, and most well known. Yes, you still passed, don't worry.
yeah, I still hate these dice.
Yeah, no, you still passed. Like I said, it's actually a very easy roll, so you're actually getting
What
bonuses.
is half of 72? 36? Yeah.
Yar.
Nope.
And even with the bonus, you're a little outside the range. And what's your bonus on it, Karn?
Is this just straight enter?
Yeah, for you it'd be just straight in.
23.
They're space marine vampires.
Believe it or not, Carnamorta succeeded as well. So almost everyone succeeded, including Sketh. The Blood Angels are not space vampires, you asshole.
They totally are.
They're totally not.
I know.
What they are cursed. They have problems. Now, normally they are one of the most religious and surprisingly kind and understanding chapters in existence. They understand better than any other chapter and most humans how flawed everything is and can be, and are far more understanding of this and willing to forgive and forget, as the term goes. Out of all the chapters of all the Space Marines, they're the ones least likely to shoot you in the face for heresy over something stupid. However, they have a curse, and it's a very well-known one. Occasionally, during a fight, or even willingly in some cases, they will go into an absolutely crazy blood frenzy and murderate the shit out of everything they see, hear, or even pretend to understand is heresy, and they will think everything is heresy during that state. They become near feral. The reasoning behind this is, of course, their own. They don't ever really explain it to anyone, and asking, they just kind of look at you. It's not much talked about, and generally speaking, the Blood Angels don't work with anyone on the battlefield because of that very reason. Some of them, as age, takes its toll on them, lose themselves to this blood fury and essentially go crazy, forcing the more, I believe they're called reliquary masters, to essentially just kind of herd them, using a combination of drugs and prayer to herd these now entirely lost to the rage berserkers onto the field where they can hopefully die against the Emperor's enemies in a worthy way. So, yeah, they've got that going for them. And because of that, that very rage that takes so many of them, causes them to die unnecessarily, and, drives the older ones crazy, that they are so forgiving and understanding. They understand that things aren't perfect, even though they themselves are, beyond that, otherwise, pretty perfect. So, yeah, they've got that going on, so don't piss them off.
So, space vampire.
None of that has to do with blood. Fuck you. So,
Perfectly timed.
Credit. Alright, so that is the Blood Angels as far as common knowledge will take you. Very nice Space Marines, unless they're pissed off, in which case they'll tear your arms off and eat them.
We
they won't
send
even eat
after
them.
Darkspawn.
They'll tear them off and chew on them and then throw them away because they just want to tear more things off.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Juntus is sort of looking at Desmonda. He assumes just claiming his chapter was enough of a reason.
Right. But, Lord, that adds more questions.
Such a curious soul you are. Some might take offense to such prying, as it does not truly concern you. But if you are worried for your safety, I assure you, there is no worry. I did not do as I needed to do upon the battlefield in a situation, and they sent me here, as they send most sanguinary priests, to a world that may hopefully divine some solution.
I believe we understand.
Yes, I'm sorry to pry.
You are forgiven. And he means that with every bone in his body. You can fucking hear it.
Because Space Marine. They're genetically augmented and then a power armor on top of it.
Yeah, Space Marine humans are designed to be huge, bulky, multi-organ, redundant organs, like just beasts
He's
of
talking
war.
about the
Yeah, he's
picture.
talking about the token.
Oh. Because he's just that awesome. Also, I want to make sure it was clear what he looked like.
He uses the ship as a sneaker.
There's his actual token size, you smartass.
Yeah, he's pretty easily like 4 times the size of someone. Like a average lower size person.
Yeah. Like, Space Marine armor alone increases the size category, and he's already bigger than us.
Yep. Right, so he's looking at you
Yeah.
expectantly, so...
Sig will go back to speaking. Sigismund Leiklin, by the way. Greetings.
A curious name, but one that is very... You are not like other tech priests. You... Between being a captain of a ship and rather vocal, I am impressed.
I take as much pride in that as the Omnissiah allows.
Praise be to him. Continue.
And I am Carnamore Jace Haddon, the ship's navigator.
I am aware, friend. It is your guiding light that guides all in the Great Warp. What it must be to be able to see the magnificence of the Astronomicon.
Well, I could show you, but you wouldn't like it.
I am quite aware.
In any case, we come to you with 3 matters. One of which I already discussed. We have need of a medical crew, if there are any that can be spared.
Sadly, as of the moment, most of them have prior commitments. I could, I suppose, command them to assist you on your ventures, though I do not know what your ventures are.
At the moment, neither do we.
Taking the warp as it is, one moment at a time, seeking simply solace and survival. So you may wish to try and find more than that in the wide universe. We all must die one day, and I would suggest trying to die for something worthwhile.
Yes, we will be working on that once we've finished refueling and resupplying.
And the other 2 matters.
Well, I have need of something installed that requires professionals such as yourself. And a piece of equipment that only you seem to have access to.
If you could be a bit more detailed.
Yes, I'm just out of character double checking the name of this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe it's a diagnostor?
Sounds like a Doctor Who villain.
Kinda does.
Yes, we were down in the lower levels recently and ran into some trouble from the gangs. Nothing we couldn't handle, but we did suffer some injuries in the process. To which we discovered that something called the diagnostor would be very helpful, given our lack of a medical crew.
And this is the thing you wanted installed?
No, the diagnostor is just a thing.
Oh, it's the skull, right.
Yeah, you can install it into a servo skull, but it's just like a scanner.
Yes, I could manage that, I think. And it certainly would be important for you to not go in this world hindered by injury, so yes, I could manage this.
That is very helpful of you. Thank you. And the other, well, I'm sure you're aware of us in the Adeptus Mechanicus augmenting our bodies.
I am extremely aware.
I have with me a personal auger array.
And you wish it installed?
I do. I was told that there was a far less savory fellow of the lower levels who could do it, but that seems unwise.
Yes, it would be. I do not generally approve of mangling one's form in such a manner. Why?
Sig will try to make his 4 mechadendrites look less conspicuous.
Oh, he already knows they're there. He's just
Yeah, I know.
He's kind of looking at them, then looking at you in a kind of general resigned sense, and goes, "Well, as much as I disapprove, you've already gone so far down that path as to more could not make it worse. You are at the core of yourself human, and I cannot tell you what you may and may not add to such your form. I will help."
Thank you, Juntus. And I am well aware of the risks involved.
Great risks, yes. Was there anything further other than needing my permission to seek out those with other situations and my surgical ability?
Sink will look at Carnivore and Desdemona to see if they have anything to pipe up.
Desdemona
I
is
have a
still
power
not,
board.
He's still not meeting. She's still not meeting his eyes at this point. The whole like talking about things is She's feeling bad now.
He either doesn't or does. It's hard to say with a helmet on whether or not he notices. I mean, it's kind of a helmet. There's not a whole lot of expression going on there. If that was all, I can begin the surgery immediately. However, I can order the medical crews to assist you. I must be aware of what you are doing, however. I cannot send them on some frivolous task to, I don't know, mine a moon.
Well, our current task is a hunting expedition.
Of which you will not need a supply crew on your ship for.
Yes. Beyond that, we do not yet know.
Then I am afraid I cannot provide you this crew until you are aware as yourself.
That is perfectly acceptable.
Very well. If you are ready for the surgery, then.
It would be best to have it done as quickly as possible.
We're hunting ore on a moon. Very well. If you would follow me, and unless the others wish to stay and watch, I suggest they leave the room.
I think I'll stare at another surgery. That seems like a sanity-inducing thing.
Well, this is probably a bit better than that.
It is a bit better, yeah. Yeah.
Desdemona probably will actually be interested.
Okay, fine. Everyone roll a willpower save, except the guy being surgeryed on.
I bet even if I were awake, it wouldn't have to. I see this all the time.
Shush you. Carnivore, Desdemona, please roll me a willpower check.
As a heads up, if it's a very hard check, I reduce it by 10.
Okay, it's not actually that hard, because it's not horrifying surgery. It's just pretty
I know, I
yucky
just have to
surgery.
keep bringing it up because it's like so specific and I know we're going to forget
I'm
it.
aware. It's okay. I get you.
My willpower is 41.
Well, you passed, thankfully.
Yay!
I actually had you taking a penalty on this,
Oy.
but you're also getting a bonus because it's not that scary, so kind of nerfed itself. And Desdemona has passed as well. Like I said, you guys have a bonus because it's actually not that spoopy. And, well, Carnival's having a negative because of the last spoopy one, but...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's
an
enough of a
actual
bonus.
apothecary doing it, so
Yeah,
it should be pretty clean.
yeah, it's actual sanitation going on here.
He just used a chain sword.
I'll just remove that bit. Right. It takes him an astoundingly short amount of time, but he has you set up relatively quickly. And by relatively quickly, I mean a little over an hour.
That's way quicker. Okay.
Yeah, he rolled good, and he's really good at this.
Yeah, I'm just checking something really quick. I am checking something on the auger array.
Mm.
It also has a small nuclear device planted into it.
Well, he
You
could
use
have,
it, it'll
like you
explode.
would have noticed.
Right, I got a good auger array, so it's a full Auspex, and it allows rerolls in all perception-based tests.
Mm-hmm. Sketh, that is part of the reason why he was so quick. He's already got a lot of, stuff. Tech priests are easy to operate on. They're already mostly machine as it is.
Well, as soon as it's installed, I'm going to try to use it. Make sure
Seems
it's
to
actually
work.
working.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It lets me notice things that are not normally detectable with tech use.
Yep.
So is there anything nearby that's a thing? I'll roll check yours.
Can you be paranoid again?
He's already paranoid as shit.
I'm always paranoid.
What exactly do you mean by not normally noticeable? Like seeing through walls, or just unusually detailed vision?
Okay, it says the details it gives are invisible gases, nearby biosigns, or ambient radiation.
Ah, okay.
And those are only examples, not a list.
Yeah, okay, I get you. It's it's
Things
stuff you
detectable
can't.
by stuff, but not human sight or senses.
Yeah, it essentially has robo-vision.
Boom!
Okay. That
Well, then we're all
cup
dead.
over there is filled with human blood. Let's see. The room has oxygen in it, so you could probably breathe in here, and probably are.
One would assume.
Most of the weapons are unrecognizable. None of them are fresh, though. They've all been sterilized. Really, the only thing of interest is, yeah, that cup over there on the altar, human blood in it.
Honestly, not that surprising.
Yeah, it's not if you know what a blood angel is, but yeah.
I think we'd notice if it was wood. Oh god, why? Well, once the surgery's over, Sig can actually sit up again.
Yep. He waves you off without trouble.
My thanks, Justice.
When people do try to leave, Desdemona's going to hang back a little bit.
You are quite welcome, Sigismund.
Sig will leave at that, since he was, his optical mechadendrite will keep pointing at Desdemona as he walks by, and she does not follow.
One of his arms is looking at you kind of funny, Des.
It's okay. I know I can blast it off if I need to. I've done it before.
She's not wrong.
He'll keep walking away, and then he'll keep looking at her. Because she's hanging back.
Yep. Your comrades are getting some distance.
Yeah, but she wants to have a moment with the apothecary.
I'm flying away on my power board, looking cool.
They ask kindly that you not fly that around inside.
Sig won't let her get out of sight, basically. Like, he'll get far enough away that he can't actually hear them, because the Auspex doesn't do that, but...
Alright. Juntis is looking at Desdemona patiently.
Oh god, I just realized something.
What,
I'm
the
gonna-
Sister
I'm
of
gonna
Battle's
have-
about to talk to a fucking
No.
sanguinary priest?
I'm gonna have to add all this inventory stuff to my sheet.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I've been slowly doing that over this. It's a pain in the ass.
When I confirmed you guys had it, you could have just done it then.
I was kind of wanting to see if we could have resolved that so I could do the extra stuff all at once, or, yeah. I've got the important stuff already on there.
Moving on.
The Lord, I wish a word alone, if I can.
Very well. Though I do insist you do not need such titles with me. Brother will do if you must. And he essentially shuts the door and stomps over near the altar and just kind of waits.
Very well, brother.
And stomps as in he doesn't have a choice, he's just that fucking heavy.
You have a long history serving the Emperor, yes?
Many, many years, yes.
Have you ever had to follow an order of the Emperor's will that tested you?
He takes a moment to, consider, you think, and then he takes his helmet off. Well, he's handsome. I mean, Space Marines are always fucking perfect, so there you go. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, handsome fucker. There you go. That's not all of my list to say. They all are.
She
Especially-
probably would have had her helmet off anyway, just out of respect before coming in, so...
Well, he removes it so he can fully look at you and kind of smile gently. Sister, I and those like me have been tested in ways uncountable in whether or not what we are doing is the Emperor's will. And yet always we have found solace in the knowledge that we are, for if we were not, we would not come out of it, if the term is correct, emerge from our unfortunate lapse in concentration.
I see, but what happens if the Emperor's will contradicts everything you've been taught?
You speak of the draw of... I think I will not use that word. Sometimes what the Emperor wishes of us is not immediately within the views of the ecclesiarchy. Let us say that. I have seen, many a time, a single being deny the Emperor's supposed will, at least by the orders of the superiors, and yet, after all is said and done, be within the true righteous path? The trouble is, as it always is that we do not know for sure until it has already happened, been done with, confirmed or denied at the end of things. All you can truly do is trust in the Emperor's will and follow what you think is right, and know in your heart whether or not you are being deceived or led astray. The powers of chaos and the warp are many and great, and there are Xenos out there who, despite phrases that are friendly and words that are kind, are nothing more than deceitful, dark beings so befouled by their own... You get my point. That is not to say, however, that every single being in the entirety of the cosmos wishes your harm, but at the same time, few can be trusted fully. I'm sorry this is not obviously of much help, but use your own judgment, trust in the Emperor's will, and most importantly, do not sacrifice your virtues for the moment. Never, ever lose them. Stand by your virtues, and never drop them for some condition you think they are worth dropping for. They are not. They will never be. Does that help?
Yes, I believe that does. Thank you, brother.
Of course, sister. If you need more advice, do feel free to just simply stop by. I'm not always free. I have work to do, but I will make an effort if you are in need.
She'll kind of bow her head. Thank you again, brother. May the Emperor be with you.
May the Emperor be with you, sister. And before you leave... if you would consider this in the least heretical fashion you could, not every being, be they Xeno or otherwise, wishes harm upon the Emperor or upon you. Every single being has its quirks, its good and its bad, and while no Xeno can be fully trusted nor fully understood, that does not mean you should immediately eliminate them when it is clear they have no way to directly harm you. Again, let your virtues guide you, and do not ever abandon them, and no Xeno, no matter how silver-tongued, can still lead you astray. And then just sort of smiles and turns aside.
She'll pause for a moment, kind of mentally considering, well, that sounded rather specific.
You think a space marine doesn't know when a Tau is on his planet?
Yeah.
He's not stupid.
I think we have to get him.
No, please try and fight him. You will lose, and you will lose hard.
You also have to probably fight her at this point.
I have a las pistol.
Sieg has
He
no
will
intention.
laugh!
Sieg has no intention of ever going up against a space marine if he can help it.
Especially not this one, guys.
Uh-huh.
Well, she'll take the dismissal as it is and let herself out.
The fact you're surprised that he knows boggles my mind.
Well,
You
I'm
showed
not
up
really
twice.
surprised.
First time is a coincidence or possible mistaken identity. Second time in front of a whole group of Imperial Guard. Yeah, no, they know you're here somewhere. Now that doesn't mean they know you're on the ship or Sketh is him. They just know there is a Xeno here, and suddenly she's questioning her position. And well,
Yeah. Didn't say Desdemona was the smartest woman.
or that good at deceiving.
No, she's not at either.
And he's rather perceptive. All right, you got what you required of the Apothecary.
Yes. So I have a question. When, I assume we're just going to get that diagnosed or later.
Yes, it will be. I'm assuming you're attaching to your servo skull, so
Yes.
yes, it's going to basically be sent to your ship.
Okay. So we won't have it yet.
No.
But presumably we won't be able to set off on that hunting expedition immediately.
Possibly, possibly not. Still, you're going to go talk to the hunters regardless, and that means getting Sketh on planet.
Yes, it does.
Hey guys.
Which just
I'm
takes
still
a
here.
little bit of time more than anything. So you reconvene on planet after a few more hours. It is closer to afternoon now. Not any really, best you can tell, sleep cycle is still a ways off. So you've reconvened, and I'm presuming going to go talk to the hunters. Do you bring Sketh up to speed on any changes? If there are any to note.
Sigismund's got something installed in his head.
I have many things installed in my head.
Can opener?
That's on one of the arms.
It's not wrong.
Gadget arm?
On
Sig will smack him with a gadget arm.
on hearing
painful face.
God damn it.
on hearing Sigismund has something new in his head, Sketh looks at him. Ah, yes. Yours is much. Yours is It makes a good impression of being an eye.
I don't think it's technically put into the eye, but either way.
Your real eye looks fake.
If Sigismund uses his newfound vision to inspect Sketh, he will find that Sketh's decorative eye patch is also a giant honking piece of complex technology.
Yeah, Sig's probably going to use that auger array around basically everyone now. Since he can just kind of do that.
Still
Well,
a tech
it's a
use to
move
notice
action,
crap,
but
so
yes.
do what you want.
A half action, rather.
Still a half action? Yeah.
Because I very much doubt you're going to go pick a fight with the Apothecary later, I'm going to give you exactly one of his stats and let you contemplate that. He's a strength of 77. So think about that.
To be honest, that's
See,
lower
we
than
just-
I expected.
We just need to keep our distance from him so he can't use his strength on us.
Oh yeah,
And then he shoots you.
totally.
That will not help you in any way,
His
shape, or form.
ballistics of like 99 or something.
Hey, you're the one who statted him. If something has hit points, they can be brought to 0.
Yeah, he's not wrong. You could theoretically kill him if he just stood there and you all had like.
No,
meltas.
we just use the ship cannons.
That'd do it.
Yeah,
That's
that
why they don't
kills
stat the
anything.
gods in Galarian.
So you all need to go to the hunting lodge, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I have a
They're
question
not
really
hard to
quick.
find. Yes.
It looks like a piece of my gear was missed.
Whichin?
The memorance implant.
What's it do?
So we didn't remember your memory implant?
Har har.
Hoy.
Rare thing. It grants the user a total recall talent, and it provides a +10 bonus to trade remembrancer tests. It just makes you remember everything. It records information of people or scenes viewed through the eyes.
What was the rarity on that?
Rare,
Memorance implant. Here it is.
because I don't see it in your post anywhere.
I must have missed it. One moment.
Yeah, there was only a bajillion things we sent at you.
Yeah. Your buttholes.
Yep,
We-
core
it-
page 150.
In fact, we
looking.
would also like the kitchen sink.
Fine, here. Fuck off.
I believe kitchen sinks are of rare quality.
Kitchens are extremely rare.
Yeah,
No,
you'd
looking.
be able
No,
to get
just
one of
the
these.
sink.
They would have some of the people who would need one, and you're actually skilled enough to get your hands on one. So yes, a remembrance implant you may have.
Yay, you
Two.
missed another thing too.
At this fucking rate, you're going to be full of nothing but technology and no organic.
That's how it works.
What was the other thing? Hurry up.
It's on the same page, the Mind Impulse Unit.
Something, something, dark age of technology, something, something, cyborg, kill it.
Can I get a giant shuriken cannon for my ship?
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Not like shurikens are going to do anything.
It actually is a heavy item that shoots heavy shurikens that are made for damaging shit.
It's an
actual
Eldar
thing
weapon.
under the
It's an
books.
Eldar, dude. You're not getting that.
But yeah, I wanted a good craftsmanship mind impulse unit if I can get it.
Now, a
So
Dark
it should be
Lance,
on
on
the
the other
same
hand,
page.
I know, I'm reading.
Okay.
Oh, one of those, right. Yes, you may get the Mind Impulse unit.
Woo. That appears to be everything. That just missed those two as well.
Yeah, those, they have at least a fair amount of almost anywhere you find tech priests.
Yep. I'll be right back. You keep going. I need to use the bathroom.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, everyone, to the Hunter's Lodge. One of many. It becomes very clear that you are welcome in the sense that the same way scrubs are welcome, just people who have never actually gone on a hunt, so they're not very impressed by your presence. And it takes very little talking from Sketh for them to essentially communicate that if they want a guide essentially out in the forested area, Percival McLeach is the one to go to. And they even they tell you where to go and all that business.
repeat that name?
Percival McLeach.
That's what I heard too. Yes.
Percival McLeach.
I want a personal mech leech.
There you go, Sketh. That's lit.
Wasn't Percival McLeach the bad guy from the Rescuers Down Under?
Holy shit, someone got it first try. Here's a fucking fate point. Not really, but... yes, it was. I thought no one would get the reference.
I've never
What? It seems like a
seen
good
that.
name.
All right, we're apparently the guide they're suggesting is a oh damn, what's the right word? A poacher from the Australian outback. He has a very large monitor lizard as a pet.
Because I used his name didn't mean I did everything else.
Yeah.
I totally did everything else, though. Just in case no one got the name. Yeah, but that's the guide they are telling you to go see. Whether or not you want to go see him or yada yada is your business. Could request a different one, but they're pretty insistent you go see him because apparently he's the one that manages the scrubs, the new ones. So they pronounce it shrubs most of the time. Must be a colony thing.
Shrubbery.
Well, you're just going to stand there taking up space in their tavern.
And what if we
Pretty
are?
much.
Okay, fine.
Let's see here. I'd just like to confirm with the guy who is willing to tell us these things that McLeach is perhaps McLeach the best person to go to if we're looking for not necessarily particular creatures, but particular parts of creatures.
Aye. He's one of the few that can take a beastie hole. That's why he goes out with the new folk. He can handle himself, so you know, no drag on him. You don't end up, adding corpses to the pile that are worth something. You know? Yeah, you know.
Good enough for me.
From what you can translate, apparently he's good enough, like skilled enough, to where he can take along new, fresh hunters and not die as a consequence of having shitty backup.
I'm going to make sure, by the way, that by this point, after having had a couple days up on the ship, I should like to have transferred that shopping list from the piece of skin to a data slate.
Yes.
Just so that I don't have to hand him the scrap of flesh. Hey, we're looking for the items that don't have lines drawn through them.
Yes, you have a bit more of a serious bit of data to hand him.
And by the way, that piece of skin went out an airlock at earliest opportunity.
Okay, out the airlock it went.
After it was on a data slate.
Oh, okay. It changes things. All right. You have your data slate with the various things you have, and you have a guide, apparently, they're insisting you go to if you're going to take one.
In that case, we should check our map for the purge folk and tell Carnivore to put his hoverboard away in case we come across unsavory folk,
Okay.
and start heading that way.
It's sort of a business office, sort of not. His domicile is not too difficult to locate with directions, though it does take you a little longer than you'd like, just because you keep getting stared at, being covered in power armor and all that business, and people keep thinking you're there to, arrest them or something. So once the crowds disperse enough to where you can maneuver, you've had to spend a little extra time is all. Right, his domicile. Well, you enter, and the first thing you notice is that, damn, this man has entirely too many trophies. Like, you don't even recognize even 1% of the weird shit he has on the walls. There's hides, bits of horn, bits of claw, bits of I don't even want to know. Just stuff all over the place. Passing through that, the door was open if you're curious. I'm going to assume you guys didn't even knock because you're that kind of rude.
I return. Sorry about that.
It's alright, you guys are just about to go see Percival McLeach.
Our guide from the Hunters Association.
And they're just kind of storming into his room without knocking, because they're that kind of rude.
You didn't even give us an option.
Yeah.
Do you really want to knock on the open door?
Well, for one, this isn't Desimo's decision. She's letting the talkie people handle talkie.
Talkie people, would you like to knock?
Can I get a little bit more?
Give us 25 milliseconds of notice, and yes, we'll knock on the door jamb before entering, please.
So wait a minute, why are we going to see this guy?
They want
guide, but
guide for the hunters. They told us this is the guy we want to go to if we are completely unblooded. They, if we want Hunter Association support, we can't just go on out there on our own. We need a guide to at least point us in the right direction. And
one of you could find animals to save your lives.
He's also experienced enough that he may know what sort of creatures we should be hunting in order to get some of these parts that we have on this remaining checklist.
Okay.
At your knock, you actually don't receive any answer. I rolled perception, he didn't hear you.
I'll knock harder.
Okay, you do get an answer at that. They're probably not what you were hoping from.
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm not sure what it is, to be completely frank. It seems to be some sort of two-headed snake with arms has crawled over to you, hissing rather ferociously, and does not look happy at you. It hasn't started any shit yet, but it's a bit bigger than a large dog, though not quite person-sized. It's quite long, though.
Pistol
two heads.
drawn.
Yes, I fucking did. I statted it up. Eat a dick.
No. What I mean is...
Oh, from before?
Said,
yeah, no,
I didn't put all of it there.
I did.
Oh, shit, you did. Yes, you totally did.
Token map, you can actually see the creature in question.
Yeah.
And you hear a shout from inside before you do anything, and it does anything. Joanna! The fuck? Well, a man comes storming out.
Hello, sir. The door was open.
He comes storming out gun first, by the way, like there's a gun in your face. Now he is joined.
In that case, my line is spoken from behind someone else.
Well, my pistol is already out because of the creature, so...
So now where are your pistols pointing? Him or the creature?
Well, it'll shift up, because I now have a gun in my face.
The hell are you and the hell do you want? Joanna, fuck off! And he like kicks at it and it hisses at him, but it does presumably fuck off. Because it slithers away. He hasn't lowered his gun, he's asking the fuck.
She won't say anything, so yeah.
The Hunters Association pointed us your way in...
Oh, Emperor, fucking damn it. He like lowers his gun and looks at you. More fucking fresh bloods. Get in! And he storms inside, gun over his shoulder.
Pistol goes away the moment his goes away.
It doesn't really go away, but it is over his shoulder, so you know.
Well, okay, it's not threatening us with it. That's all that
True.
matters.
And he's waved you in.
In.
A lot of trophies in the front room, obscene amount. It's actually quite long until you get to a single sort of rest area. It's really hard to determine. It's got a place for food, pantries, a table, some chairs. It looks just like a place you might, rest or, in this case, meet people. The Joanna, or whatever it is, has sort of slumped over on a table couchish thing and is just kind of staring at everyone surly mannered. Percival, at least you hope it's Percival, stomps towards a counter and starts rummaging through a cupboard. What do you want? Wait, I already know what you fucking want. You want me to go out? Listen, you want something out there and you want to go kill yourselves on it. Let's make it short and simple. Can you actually use any of that fancy shit you're carrying around?
Do you have a targeting range, good sir?
No, I'm fucking asking because I have to fucking ask. I know you probably don't know a damn thing about this world or a damn thing of how to hunt anything, but I'm going to ask and you're going to tell me the truth. And if you're lying, you're just going to die faster.
We don't know the jungles.
It's a
We do
forest,
know
you
our
dumb
weapon.
fuck. See, already you don't even know a damn thing. He adjusts the hat on his head and swears some more under his breath.
Sig's gonna look at this guy, and then look at Desdemona. More importantly, look up and down at her armor.
He doesn't seem impressed about anyone's armor. You want your power armor wearing fucks.
We know how to use our weapons.
Alright, tell me, have you ever killed anything bigger than yourself? Any one of you?
Okay, I have to ask out of character whether or not Desdemona actually probably has.
Maybe. Yeah, probably something. But she's pretty small for her. Yeah, you could argue you have.
Yes.
Was it shooting back?
Yes.
Then you know nothing. You don't know a damn thing. Alright, come on. He pulls a couple bottles out and just slaps them on the table and sits.
I have a las pistol.
God
Ain't
damn
that
it.
special? Alright. What out there has decided to procure your attentions enough to go kill yourself on it?
Sketh has a list.
Oh, it's a list. Fucking wonderful. Have it here. I'm presuming you give it to him.
Our Tau is missing.
Sorry, I didn't catch who that was directed to.
The
You.
guy who has the list. Guess who has
Which
the
is
list?
you.
Ah, I double-checked that the right page on the data slate is pulled up and pass it to him.
He looks it over and just starts laughing, just full belly, just laughing at you. Are you fucking serious? Are you, God Emperor blessed, serious with this list?
Well, we should at least like to know the approximate difficulty rating that you believe it to hold.
Well, one of these things I've never actually killed myself, so what's that tell you?
Considering we don't know you, not much.
Smart ass. I like that. You're already learning. That's a good sign. Still, you'll still be dead. Alright. I'm going to give you an idea. The kind of crap you're going to be dealing with, alright? There's 4, looks like. 4 specifics here that you're going to need to be hunting. We'll deal with them in order of which ones I think will kill us all. Let's start with the first one. The one you ain't going to kill. The one I ain't even going to bother trying. And if I run into one, I'm going to hope I'm faster than you lot. It's called it's called a lot of fucking things. Bargasar is the official term for it. We just call them boulders or big heads. Let's see.
Does it
Any of you seen a
improve the
rhino before?
Does it improve the situation any if we say we have air support?
Nah.
Just checking.
You'll just get eaten by other things. You don't want to go around the air near the forests. You really don't. So the Bargasar. You lot know what a rhino is, right? You know the vehicle? Big thing, tanky.
Familiar.
Yeah, you can pick it up in one hand and crush it. Like, not even trying. Just splat. It's like a big, apish thing, made of rock, pissed off, alpha predator of the planet. Probably would have taken this city and crushed it beneath its foot if it thought any food was inside. The only reason they haven't is because they don't think food is inside. There's a lot of them. Right, so yeah, that's on the list. Have fun with that one. And now on the stuff that you might be able to kill. Well, I don't know why. Oh, pie hockey brain. Why the hell do you want all of that? Alright, well, apparently you want after a Byakuya, which is a kind of flying thing that, well, it's fucked up looking.
I imagine
Yeah.
most of it is.
Yeah, most things here are pretty not alright. This thing, though, is a real fast creature, and it's big, too, so we can catch it, and the difficulty's more catching it and killing it than it is in finding it, necessarily. Like I said, fast in the air on top of that, and air around here isn't safe, so chasing after it in your own air vehicle doesn't guarantee much. Still, at least it's vaguely possible. Let's see here. Ah, a blur. Plenty of those around. That'll be easy. Blurs are little scampering things. Lots of sharp teeth. Fast, but not that fast. Really, the only issue is they hunt in packs, and they tend to keep to the forest and are hard to see. So, you know. Alright, and they can occasionally deliver poison with the claws and the teeth, so just, you know.
As with everything else. Don't
You're
the
covered
bite
in
do.
armor, though, so you'll likely be fine. If anything, killing these is sport. Assuming you don't come across a whole damn, pack. And the last thing on your list appears to be alpha. Alright then. This here is called a snap tusk. A snap tusk is kind of a burly thing, and it's bigger than us, but it's ain't that big. Tough and mean, through the alphas are especially tough and mean. Worst thing about them is they're gonna charge you, try and rip you apart with their tusks. Again, ain't something impossible, just, between everything on this list, the blur and this thing, that's doable. Shit, the bear cigar, no. Bargasar, damn it. The Bargasar, that ain't happening. But this Byakuya thing might, if you're lucky. Other two, I can wrangle that. So them's your list. That's what you need. That's your hunting list. And I know where you can find them. You want all 4? Is that it?
That would be best.
Again, that big one's not happening, but I'll take you out there and laugh if it kills you. That'll be worth a go. You got a ride.
Say go look at Carnivore. Or I suppose there's the land.
Has to be something that can go on land, fellas. You take something that flies, you're gonna get torn apart.
Oh, that's something we forgot to do. Can I tech use that thing we got?
I was kind of waiting on that. Yes, roll tech use.
Oh, when does this have an effect on it? Where is it?
If you're curious, I do have pictures for these things, but he doesn't have pictures, so he just has to describe them.
Oh, my tech use is so high now.
I know.
Because of the Mind Impulse unit.
Roll, ya bum.
Yeah, just double check what it is. Okay, it's now at 93.
Roll already.
It's weird. It took me out of the chat box. Of course. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, hold on. I'm re-rolling that.
Okay,
Because
Spence. Because that
Jesus.
That's
amazing.
great. It's so high.
Hey, hold on. Is
There.
that your first roll of the day?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that
No,
one.
no,
Perfect.
no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. My first one was a 2.
Okay.
Okay, just before you cause a fantastic, catastrophic meltdown, you do actually patch the thing together enough to be functional.
What's
Yay.
it called again?
I believe it was just a land skimmer or something.
It's a land speeder.
There you go.
Yeah, land speeder.
It is now a poor quality, which means you have to take penalties on certain things. Land speeder.
But it's still a land speeder.
Yes, it is.
Yay.
So, you lot have transport.
Yes.
Good. It means I don't have to stuff you in mine. Alright, when do you want to head out?
How quickly can we get the land speeder down here?
Well, you could go hunting today, but you would be doing some of your hunting at night.
Which seems like a bad idea.
Generally is.
That sounds like a bad idea on a nice open desert plain where you're hunting, I don't know, birds.
And who knows, maybe we'll have the diagnoster if we wait until tomorrow.
Tomorrow then? Morning or midday?
Is there anything on the list have a habit?
Of course they fucking do, you idiot. But I'm not going to explain the intricate details. All you got to know is if we start in the morning, we have more time to collect things. However, that means if we start in the morning, there might be a couple of the night stalkers still out there.
I'm going to assume they aren't fun to deal with.
Night stalking creatures? Nah. If you see them coming, you're lucky. And if you survive, well, that's a fucking tale.
We don't know how this is going to go. We should probably go with the morning.
Fair enough.
Seems legit.
Meet me, and he just takes a scrap of paper from underneath the table, scribbles out basically some coordinates, and passes them to you.
Sig will take it, read it, and then input it into Servo Skull.
He's going to hit you on a ground level, not really a hangar, though it kind of is. How to describe it is more of a hangar than anything else because it doesn't see a lot of air
Garage?
traffic. So the thing is, it's not small enough to be a garage, and it's more.
You can have
open-topped.
big garages.
Yeah, but it's open top, like aircraft coming.
Air garage.
Sure, air garage. Fuck it. Point is, he's basically pointed you out to one of those. You'll know me when you see me. Now get the hell out of my fucking house. Joanna, see him to the door. And then the lizard thing gets up hissing. You're pretty convinced that thing might bite you to help you get you on your way.
I could shoot it.
You could.
Sig, well, he'll just leave at that.
Presuming you all skedaddle.
Yep.
All right. Unless you have more business to perform, you may, skip ahead to next day.
I've got nothing.
Well, I
Ditto.
did want to buy weapons for my ship.
You theoretically could. It'd take at least a day of, to install it.
Yeah, we could try doing that for the land speeder.
Land speeder could use some weaponry, I suppose.
Yeah, considering it didn't probably come with any.
I'll actually have to start writing down this thing's modification soon, but
Yeah, I'll have to actually start writing a vehicle down.
Yes, you will.
Yep.
I haven't actually modified it yet. But
I will not be
figured-
doing that. I have the starship to take care of.
Yeah, I'll handle my own vehicles.
Well, do what you're gonna do. Just
Well, on that
Tell me
note,
when you're doing it.
usually when it comes to like stuff with like heavy bolters or heavy machinery, it's not the pilot that's shooting them, so I need a weapon that you guys are actually able to fire.
Yep. I'm going to point this out. The land speeder you have can carry everyone, the pilot, co-pilot, and 2 passengers. So you also have available the Space Marine bike if someone wants to go off. technically you could go on the hoverboard, though that may not. You're not going to be able to go very fast. So
The problem being, actually, I don't know what Carnivore has in skills, but I think I'm the only one otherwise that has drive. So the bike is either I'm driving it or the land speeder.
Yeah, I have pilot personal and pilot spacecraft.
Yeah, so you need drive hover for this.
oh, it looks like Desdemona's going to be driving the land speeder, and everyone else is passengers. So how do you want to handle that?
And or a co-pilot.
So that just means who wants to be the gunner?
Basically, that's the co-pilot.
I'm
there's
pretty
Who's got the best ballistics?
after
Besides me.
Yeah,
34.
I think Desdemona and I have the same ballistic skill.
And what's that?
Actually, no. I increased mine to 45.
So is mine.
Okay, so you guys are tied. I'm at 50 now.
Flip a
Right.
coin for all I care.
I'm gonna.
Well, which one of you has better weapons?
Yeah, what weapons
proficiency?
can you use?
Yeah, I've got my giant Tau fuck off rail rifle.
Right, but
Yeah,
you
but
can
we
fire
have
that from.
proficiencies.
Yeah, we need a proficiency for the heavy weaponry that'll actually be on the vehicle.
Which you don't actually have to have.
And I can't install Tau weaponry, so.
I have basic weapon training universal.
Okay, so you're gonna be it.
I also have basic and pistol universal.
Oh, then it doesn't really matter.
Well, I
I
also
only have
have the
pistol.
mind impulse unit. As long
Actually,
as I
here's a question: does the co-pilot ever need to make tech use tests? for
Theoretically,
anything?
he would have to. Yes.
No, wait. Can I say something here?
Yep.
Yes.
I have the mind impulse unit, which lets me connect to machine spirits, and as long as I'm interfaced with anything that it interfaces with, which is like any machine, I get a +10 on tech use, pilot, drive, logic, inquiry, and ballistic skill tests.
Then yeah, he's my co-pilot.
All right. Sigismund is the co-pilot. Sigismund, you don't necessarily have to, but you probably should, because you get the bonus on it. Have a mounted gun. So, what mounted gun?
Yeah. What
Want
can we
to
get
slap
from
on
the
this thing?
guns?
Well,
A
heavy
lot of
bolter
things,
is
as
a
long
good
as it's
one.
not plasma. They don't really have plasma around here.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yes, you can put plasma cannons on shit, but
They
good
don't
luck.
have that on here. They just don't.
I mean, yeah, heavy bolter. Let's see why not.
I mean, there's heavy bolters, there's autocannons. Autocannons are pretty good.
It's a lot of scary stuff you could
What's
mount.
the difference in stats?
I will point out, at least as this, bolter weapons are, well, they explode, and you're trying to take certain parts off
This is
creatures.
true.
If you use heavy explosives to, shred a creature, I will be rolling to see whether or not you actually even get what you want
That
off
being
it.
said, I have a huge amount of ammo for bolter weapons,
I'm just saying.
one of
It
which
is-
is capacitor rounds.
If it's not explosive, you're fine. I'm just saying if you're throwing if you're throwing heavy duty chain gun level death at this thing, I may argue that you might have shredded the thing you needed, depending on a roll.
Yep.
It's one thing if you pop it in the head with like a pistol or a rifle. It's another thing if you use a machine gun to literally shred it in half.
Yeah, this is mostly just for our protection, I think.
There's also a capacitor round might not affect some of the things.
No,
we're
I
going
don't think
after.
it's going to because,
there's some things out there that won't give a fuck.
well, not just that. I don't actually think it can use it in a heavy bolter.
There's that too. Certain weapons can't use every kind of ammo.
Yeah, it
Heavy
says
stubber?
bolters, but heavy stubbers are crap.
Well, what was the other thing you said? An autocannon?
Yeah.
What is that? Because I don't see it.
Well, I'm just referencing things I know that exist. I don't actually know if
Oh.
they're statted.
Okay, well, that might be
An
an
auto
auto
cannon
gun.
is a really
then.
big auto gun.
Oh, okay.
It's used by the Imperial
It's essentially
Guard.
a better heavy stubber. If a heavy stubber is a light machine gun, a autocannon is like something you'd mount on a helicopter and kill people with.
I mean, if we can get one of those.
Nothing really stops you, except, Sketh's roll. Then again, Sketh's roll is at 100 now, so he just fucking passes.
So I just want to get the team's feel for whether these are good changes to make to the ship. Because if we get into a battle and we die because I screwed it up,
Understandable, though I will point out he did warn that bringing your flying ship is not advised due to the flying creatures, though you could technically
I
call it
just
in for
meant
an
in
airstrike.
general. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, the pilot-operated weapons are long-barreled autocannons, range 450, It has auto fire at 4d10 plus 5i with pen 4. I was thinking about
Much
switching. Yeah, I was thinking about switching those out for las cannons, which do more damage per shot but can't do full auto. Little bit less range, but it's 5d10 plus 10e with 10 penetration.
So do you guys want a shotgun or a rifle? Or not really a rifle, but like a machine gun of some kind. Essentially, more damage, less range, or more range, less damage. And, daka.
It has to be reloaded more too, but it does more damage per shot.
Which can be important.
I'm okay with switching it out for lays.
Okay, the other thing is my secondary weapon. The rarity on those is very rare, so we should be able to get it.
What is it? You cut out.
Sorry, the las cannon's rarity is very rare.
Okay.
No trouble. Las cannons are common. Well, not actually common, but like as a vehicle weapon goes, yeah, you can get them.
Oh, I
put
see.
a-
The auto-cannon is from Dark Heresy, is why
Yeah,
I'm
well, I'm
finding it
also
weird.
this thing. Yeah, this site's actually pretty useful.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gives page numbers. But yeah,
Page
there are
numbers are
actual mounted weapons categories, which is also what we might want to look at.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find anything like that.
It's
Looking at
apparently
it
in Into
now.
the Storm.
I'm in Into the Storm now.
I'm looking
I'll
at
let you
like,
guys do your prep, and I'll just twiddle my thumbs.
Yeah, here, I'll also post it here. Kaylee just posted that in Mumble. I posted it in here, where it's clickable.
Clicky.
Oh, that is actually really useful.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom of that list, between name and damage, it actually has a drop down for category. So, like, mounted, las.
So if I want to look at mounted las, nice. Mining laser.
it also puts things in there that are unavailable, so we have to actually make sure we can get it.
Yeah, a lot of these things are from Death Watch, which I don't have.
Yeah.
Mounted weapons are all from Death Watch.
I think it's more that it doesn't specify if something is like specifically mounted. Like you can use it unmounted. You just have to be able to carry it.
Yeah, there's the las cannon I was looking at.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay, this is where the weapons come in. They're built into the vehicles. That's the reason they don't have availability is because it doesn't give availability helpfully.
Gotcha.
But this is giving us examples. For example, this Calixtus Pattern Fury Interceptor has a twin-link long-barreled las cannon. It gives you stats for it all the way across. It just tell how what the availability is because it's built into the ship.
Yeah.
The answer is if the ship is available, the guns are available.
Pretty much. And then we just have to do some tech stuff to get it attached.
Yar. And you have a tech guy.
Hi.
Alright.
I'd rather get a dedicated mounted weapon, but like I said, it's all from Death Watch. So.
At the bottom, the second, bottom of that table, Under the column game setting, you can choose Rogue Trader, and it'll show you only the Rogue Trader stuff. And mounted las, there's 4. Mounted chain, there's 0.
I mean, if you're looking for
Oh, okay,
what kind
that's
of weapons
cool.
are you looking for? Because las cannons are burly as heck if you can get them.
I pretty much wanted to replace the default weapons with energy weapons.
Well, if you want an
Twin-linked long-barreled
anti-vehicular
las
weapon,
cannon.
las cannons are great anti-vehicular weaponry. Multi-lasers are better for killing people.
Just
there we
get
go.
some twin-linked long-barreled las cannons.
Yeah, long-barreled las cannon bank, range 600, single 5d10 plus 10e. I can't even find that in the book. So
It's under the Calixtus Pattern Fury Interceptor. It's under its weaponry.
It's on a ship. I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why the availability is unavailable. So
I gotcha.
On that ship, they have 2 pilot-operated banks.
Well, yeah. My ship has 2 pilot operated. Just my ship out of the gate has 2 pilot-operated long-barreled autocannons and 2 gunner-operated twin-linked heavy bolters.
Well, the pilot weapons could definitely be swapped out because these are probably roughly the same size.
So
Yeah.
I
I
was thinking about
banks. That's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about swapping my main weapons out for energy weapons and my secondary weapons out for missiles of some kind.
Instead of the heavy bolter.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. That's 5 las cannons linked for rapid fire.
They are inaccurate, but
Yeah,
Taka.
but it's 5 las cannons.
Daka!
missiles.
I know they're a thing.
Now I just imagine everyone, the entire group, like in this big shop with like some Imperial Guard, just kind of watching them as they file through like giant weapons. Like, yeah, we can fit this on our ship.
Well, do you want the hunter-killer missiles or the void-capable missiles?
Well, the
You're
hunter
not
killer.
gonna find void capable missiles.
Fair enough.
No, there was a launcher in the book itself.
And you should go ahead and look what weapons in here you would like to have on this land vehicle while he's looking at this.
True.
I don't have a...
But yeah, the launcher, hunter-killer missiles. 3d10 plus 6, X, penetration 6. Availability very rare.
You can find hunter killer missiles.
Actually, I was looking for the. That's because I'm actually in the core rulebook for it. There's the Ratobi missile launcher. Fires. It's a single fire missile launcher with that can load up to 5 missiles, and it can load any kind of it can load missiles in any of the grenade types.
repeat the name?
On
I'm
our
trying
end,
to scroll through.
we could just get twin-link bolt guns on this.
Well, he already has heavy bolters.
No. Land speeder.
I mean, yeah, I'd prefer to get something that wouldn't destroy the thing, but I guess we're already going to just be using it
if
for
they're
self-defense.
bolt guns, we can actually load ammo into them.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Yeah, that's right out of the core rulebook. It has variable. It's only single fire and only holds a clip of 5, but it has a whole bunch of different ammo you can buy.
Yeah, but that is a personal launcher.
Yeah, doesn't mean you can't use it.
True.
Oh, hold up.
Yep, that's disconnected. That's not good.
Yeah, it's okay. I can get it back. Just switch screens for a second.
We're gonna lose
Don't mind
audio.
me. No. Mumble didn't disconnect. Just the server. Just the MapTool client. There we go. We're back.
Let's see. If you got a crack missile, that's 3d10 plus 10. What is that compared to the hunter-killer missiles? That's actually more. So, I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Make sure to check what the blast is on them, though. That
Blast 1, and then you got frag missiles, which are 2d10 with blast 6. While the hunter-killer missiles... Oh, here's the thing. A hunter-killer missile grants a plus 20 at ballistic skill test made to fire it.
Yeah, that's because a hunter-killer missile is fired once and then you can't use it again. I
This is
looked
true.
into those things. Yeah,
This is true. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
that's why I was looking at the Rotobi launcher, because there was a certain type of... There's a really powerful type of grenade that I'm not finding now, so just... These books are laid out very poorly.
Well, there's a bunch of them. You're looking for grenades, not missiles?
Oh, there it is. It's under the grenade launcher entry, because the missiles run on those too.
Right. Well, what is it?
I just got to go down to the thing and see what I can actually get a hold of.
And yeah, let's just get the twin-linked bolt guns for the land speeder.
yeah, because I actually am not sure if you need a different weapon skill to use a heavy weapon when you're on a vehicle or not.
No. Yeah, as long as your job is entirely to shoot, no. It's the same
Yeah,
scale. You're still doing the same job. You just are doing it with a thing on a stick.
Gotcha. Then we just should compare it to. There's 3 options I see for this one, Ian. A heavy bolter, which is just a heavy weapon that you can put on there. The twin link bolters, or a multi laser. Those are the 3 that come up as being.
Or a what laser?
Multi laser.
Okay, so the Rotobi is good only if I can get xenofilament rounds for it.
Xenofilament.
It says they're available, but that's up to the GM.
What is a xenofilament round precisely?
The exotic filament grenade carries compressed segments of monomolecular wire that expand into a cloud of deadly razor-sharp filaments on detonation, slicing through flesh and bone.
Oh,
They-
it's a fucking shrapnel grenade.
Their availability extremely rare. They have special quality tearing in addition to blast. 4d10 plus 4 R damage.
Let me roll.
And pen 6. If I can't get a hold of those rounds, that's not really...
You
Well,
can.
I could use... Oh, okay, there we go.
There you go then.
So, yeah, we'll replace my main guns with the las cannon, with the las cannons, and my secondary guns with missile launchers for that. I am not going to twin link them.
Okie dokie. Please make sure you've written this down.
Mm-hmm.
I will do so and put it on the forum.
Thank you. Alright, so are you guys set to go?
We need to decide on twin link bolt guns, heavy bolter, or the lads something.
Multi laser.
Oh,
I linked them to you in
multi-laser.
Skype.
All 3 are available. That's not the problem. It's up to you which one you guys pick.
What's the difference between a twin link bolt guns and a heavy bolter?
Accuracy.
Yeah, the twin link option, basically.
Twin linked. What does that do?
The downside to a twin link bolter is you're basically just firing a bolter.
Yeah, the heavy bolter might be better, just for sheer stopping power.
Well, for sure, stopping power, the multi laser might be the best.
Yes.
3d10 plus
It,
3
it,
energy.
it at least has the best pen and base damage.
Yeah, it's a mounted weapon and it's pretty powerful. It might not be the best for hunting, but it'll be good of saving us if we need it.
You'll need it.
Yeah. And it's also got exceptionally good range, 250 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, distance will be important.
Yeah, it'll be very useful later on when we can like uncouple it and put it on a better land speeder that doesn't suck.
Yeah, alright, let's go with the multi-laser.
Alright,
And-
multi-laser on the land speeder and those upgrades on the ship. That will take... Well, you can get the land speeder done today while Sigmund is basically repairing the damn thing. But the actual flying ship will need a whole day to get retrofitted. Because Sig can't work on two things at once, and I think you're prioritizing the land speeder.
For now.
It is what we're using the next day.
Alright, so unless there's anything else.
Ah!
Okay, the next day arrives.
Oh,
And
right.
blows up immediately.
There's one equipment thing I forgot to add, the augmetic engine plate.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah,
get
you
on
can
with it.
just have one of the spares that we got.
Yep.
We picked up 3. I'm wearing one. Carnivore, I think, is wearing one.
The Carnivore has his own thing.
Okay. Yep. So,
So just
yep.
Scath and Sig can have one, and you'll have a spare sitting around.
Okay.
Alright, so with that out of the way, it is now time to go on your very first hunting expedition. Finding Percival is easy. He was waiting for you. I don't think I have, because I wasn't sure whether or not you'd actually repair it in time, a token for your land speeder. And since it is your lot's land speeder, I will allow you to put it together. So if someone could do that, yay.
Who was a land speeder picture?
You can just find one.
I believe this is a land speeder picture. Unless someone has a cooler one.
Yeah, it's a land speeder.
Oh, hold on. This is the with 2 passengers model?
With multiple passengers, actually.
That's the no passengers. There is another one here. It's basically just the same, just an extra row of seating longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yarp.
Probably use the exact same mold. Just
They do.
twice.
Hold on, I think I actually have something if you're going to use that picture. Oh, no, your picture's actually somewhat better.
That's the one I just
Back in
found.
just a second.
Yeah, I can work with that.
I mean, it'd be better if it didn't have Astartes logos on it and stuff, but good luck finding a picture of land speeders without that.
One moment.
Now, if I could find a land speeder with a pipe organ on the back, I'd put that in there.
When it's time for everyone to die, you die first.
That's kind of how it's going to happen anyway, isn't it?
I just realized something. The augmetic engine plate has a photo visor in it.
Oh, what?
The thing that lets you see in the dark.
Ah, well, there you go then.
And what did these do?
I'm back.
I'm just double checking the stuff you got for the augmetic engine plate. Yeah, concealed weapon deflector for construction. What does the servo manipulator do?
That removes a -10 penalty to ballistic skill and other fine manipulation tests.
So a very good thing to have. Okay.
Question, do you have a name for your land speeder, or are we just going with the wreck?
I don't think she's going to be too attached to this one yet.
That's fine. Here's the picture of it. It's on token map if you want to get a look.
It's a land speeder.
Yep.
I am astounded.
Looks banged up, too. Right, so, Percival is awaiting you in his own personal vehicle, which is also on token map, called the Bushwhacker.
Mhm.
Yes, it is exactly what you think it is, Mr. Tio. Because fuck you if I'm not going all out. Alright then. He waits inside the seat and just sort of peers at you lot in your kind of hunk of junk land speeder.
Before you proceed, could I get you to hit Control E to bring the stream over to there so that I can show them the assembled tokenage?
Did it work?
Pay map loading. Thank you.
Okay.
Carry on.
Carrying on. He appears at you over, essentially, his gigantic rolling cage truck thing. Looks at the lot of you. Is that it? Gonna go out there in that, dressed like that. Just hope it works out.
So you'll look down at the, power armor he's wearing.
Keep in mind, I have a token for Percival, and he is dressed like that, so...
Emperor, give me strength, patience.
Emperor ain't got shit out there.
Sig will just look at him with both his eyes and the optical eye.
You allowed her to descend into a place as foul as any warp you've ever seen. You're out there in the great black. So suit up.
Have you seen the warp?
Twice. Now get on your sodden vehicle and get out there. Come on. He revs his engine impatiently.
By way of reminder, yes, I have my rail rifle with me and the pistol holstered.
Good. All right. Before you lot get anywhere, here, he hurls something at, I'm going to guess Sig. He's probably closest.
Okay.
I'm assuming you look at it. It is a map.
Oh, lovely. Putting that into the memory banks.
Going to shove everyone to this map now, because now you have a new map to look at.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Loaded.
You're going to have to zoom out a fair bit.
Yep.
Pardon my complete inability to draw at fucking all. But I tried. Really hard.
I've thrown my gun cutter upgrades onto the forum for you.
Thank you. So, assuming everyone has, including the stream, can now see the map.
It's on 9 out of 11 now, but carry on.
Alright. I'll wait till you are, because there's one important thing to note. You won't know what I'm talking about till I tell you.
The big red question mark?
That and a couple other things. Just tell me when everyone's loaded.
I am the loaded.
That's
Oh,
2.
there it is. Okay.
3. You have to zoom out a fair bit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that red question mark is an enemy that's destroying the world. You cannot let that dot bounce on any more people.
And the stream's in. We're good?
Quadrant. Luckily, it has a few notes on some of these places, though they're not as detailed as you hoped. It does note that there's a very hot, very lacking in life generally swamp that dominates the central area of this land. They like to call it the equator, although it's not really positioned on the proper equator. Have to be further south for that. Regardless, they like to call it that. There is one active volcano, Spurious Claims, in red over there. It's near the Weeping Cliffs, which are a combination cliff and mountainside. The Crumbling Peaks is the other mountain range. The Endless Storm Front, which I'm sure you're curious about, is exactly what it says it is. It is an endless storm that just sits there. And no one really explores it because it's an endless fucking storm, and no one knows what's inside because endless fucking storm. Southwards is mostly water, but the sea's bounty is a nearby reef where they get 90% of their food. North is actually, once the forest ends here, is a rather vast plain. Think something along the lines of Midwest America combined with a savanna and a lot more green. Something along those lines. The Emperor's Tier is a vast inland sea that more or less is mostly used for navigation. Not a lot of people try and delve that deep, and it's rather, since the plane itself is far from the city, people tend not to go that far unless they're hunters, and hunters don't care about water much. Now, according to this map, the Bargasars are located theoretically everywhere, but that's where they breed, so they're going to definitely be around there.
Let's nuke it from orbit.
They've tried. It doesn't help.
They haven't tried hard enough yet.
Yeah, that's usually the consensus here. Let's see.
Let's just crash the ship into it.
No.
Blur beasts, or just blurs, are found basically everywhere, so there's nowhere specific you have to go to find them. If you wanted to try your hand at the Bargasar, you'd have to go to the plains, or at least the northern forest. Snap tusks are generally only found in the plains, or at least the light scree of the forest near the plains. And the Bayakis are only ever found close to something called the Wound, which is some sort of crater that no one has gotten close to in years. Generally, Bayakis are just found near the swamp. It's presumed they eat inside the forests, but just hang out in the swamp because they like the heat. So, Percival is more than willing to go whatever direction you want to go kill yourselves in, so it's up to you where you head and what you try and hunt for specifically.
Well, I assume we could just, head towards the wound to find I forget what its name is, because...
The Bayaki?
Yes, the Bayaki.
You could.
And then head towards the plains for, everything else.
So you want to take a route that has you swinging through the swamp, near the wound, up north through the northern forest.
That seems the most efficient.
I would start by asking our guide what would be the safest thing to cut
Stay
our
home.
teeth. What would be the second safest thing to cut our teeth on before?
I guess if we could wrangle up a single blur beast for y'all to shoot at, and I tied it to a rock. Let's put it this way. If y'all want to cut your teeth, and considering what weaponry you have, we're best off heading to the plains. Big open, our vehicles are faster than most of that crap, you won't get cornered, and you can see it coming.
Sounds good.
You okay? Any objections, or?
No, that's if it really doesn't matter which we do first, so I'm fine with
through the
plains.
forest, and there's a random encounter.
I'm rolling.
Can we play the Pokemon battle music?
Yes, you may, because some just ran into you.
Two.
Just need to see what it is. Ah, okay. Kind of lucky, kind of not.
Can we use Splash on it?
It does nothing.
It's a ghost type. Quick, punch it.
You're all idiots.
It's a psychic type. Quick, use a ghost type move. Oh no, we're in red-blue.
Ah, no.
Let's see. He'd be guiding you, so you're definitely trailing.
Is it a Gundam?
Alright, you guys are all set up in your cars. Now all I gotta do is put down a couple things.
I'm gonna call my ship and have them drop Xenos filaments on everything in the forest.
Okay, well, you all died as Xenos filaments.
Yeah.
Nice campaign, guys. Good fucking job.
We're all gonna make Shadow Mages.
They don't exist, heretics.
We all come back as Shadow Mages.
We all make Dark Eldar Psychers.
Oh,
Fuck
Those
y'all.
those don't even exist.
I know. They're the same level of existence as Shadow Mages in this universe.
So, a wild what has appeared?
Well, it's hard to describe. I need the picture.
Zubat. Oh wait, it can't be. We're not in a cave.
Almost done, you impatient suckers.
We
We didn't say anything.
You were thinking it.
Actually, I wasn't. I was reading.
No, I was going through all the stuff I need to put on my sheet and continually to work on that.
I finished mine.
I was just thinking that since we're in a forest, it's probably a caterpie.
Could be a metapod.
Oh no, it's
There's
gonna
a
harden
very
us to
low.
death.
There's a very low chance of Pikachu.
I had yellow, so there isn't.
Yeah, well,
No, you had a 100% chance of Pikachu.
true.
Yeah, well, I wanted another one. I needed one to evolve into Raichu.
Yeah, but then you also did get like every single one of the other starters, so
But not like it mattered.
Yeah, yellow's awesome.
All you need is Charizard anyway.
The best one to pick if you want to have the easiest time is Bulbasaur. He's strong against the first gyms, and the fourth gym's moves are weak against him.
Yeah, he does tend to be the broken I do it, I want one.
Hard mode is Charmander.
Hard mode is Charmander. I still remember having to catch like 8 Pidgeys just to throw Sand Attack at his fucking Geodude so Charmander could just scratch them to death. It's rough if it's about right. Right then. Get over here, you suckers.
No!
It's a good thing I modified my pistol for full auto.
Just starts firing randomly.
Tell me when you've loaded.
Loading 31 of 40.
Oh no, I hit Desdemona.
If you're going to use a lot of large assets, you can send them. You can export a campaign resources file to me, and I can put them on the web server so that they load faster.
I remember doing that.
I
I
did
doubt
that.
I'm ever going to use any more than I'm using right now. This is a
I'm
lot
in.
of them, but it's not
I am
more
here.
than...
Yeah, I would have to learn this all over again. It's been so long.
Yep,
I don't think
34
that's
of
big
40.
enough. The scale human in that picture.
The what?
In the picture, there's
Oh,
human,
that, yeah,
there's
no,
got-
that's accurate, actually.
I used to have a Wasp poster from BattleTech that had a human scale on it. Now, remember that the Wasp is one of the smallest mechs, and the scale human barely came up to the top of its foot.
And I'm in both sides.
Okay,
I'm in
if
now.
everyone is inside. You managed to hear Percival basically cry over the box in your systems. We got quarrels. They're not aggressive unless you fuck with them. And he sort of comes to a stop as you take in the creatures. Token and picture is accurate. They seem to be sticking their heads in the foliage and eating. You're 90% sure they're herbivores. And to confirm this, Percival does pipe in. They're technically omnivores, but they stick to the plants unless, again, you piss them off. They're pretty easy to take alive if you want them. Not on the list, but, they'd sell for a penny. Or a throne.
Well, they're into foliage, and the good news is I brought a lot of Reynolds wrap.
I don't get the reference.
It's
Well-
tinfoil.
Oh.
Well, I don't think we have any quarrel with these things, so
Oh,
we
fuck
could
both of you.
back
now.
out.
Just kill me now. Actually,
Orcs descend from the sky and kill you. There.
No. I'm just gonna call the ship. We're just crashing it. Game over.
Do you want to engage the quarrels?
If they're not on the list and we can avoid it, we should try, I think.
Now,
They
by,
are avoidable, yes.
Yeah.
I'm willing to be vetoed.
I'm just, I present the option. These are, you got lucky on a roll and you came across what is essentially Brachiosaurus.
I don't see the point in killing something that we're not going to get anything for.
I mean, if we captured it, we could sell it. But yeah, it's not
Yes,
exactly.
they are worth coin, but you know.
we work
I
on a
didn't
scale
want to
that's
buy
a little
beast
high.
scales. I didn't want to buy beast cages.
Alright then, map is poofed invisible.
Oh no, I
Turning
feel
everyone back to
dissociated.
the other. Right, so you skip that encounter, it seems. And onto the plains. Alright, pretty much as soon as you emerge from the light foresting that's near to the plains proper, you get a good view of the place, and actually I have a picture for you. Yay, look at me. Look at that, ain't it pretty?
Picture.
That's more or less what it looks like, at least where you're positioned. It gets a bit more flat if you're north of the Emperor's Tier. Alright, so Percival chimes in that willing to bet I could rustle up something simple to hunt. See, blurs only appear if there's something to eat. They're generally scavengers. If they hunt, they only hunt stuff that's too small for us to real notice. Might be able to find a snap tusk or two around if you want to try for that. We can either bait a trap for some blurs, or see if we can run down some snap tusk. Which you prefer?
I have rolled a die over here that says Snap Tusk, but as you can tell, not much commitment to any of these at the moment.
I will go with whatever Seth goes with, because he's my bestie.
Okay, sure. Weirdos.
We have a second vote for 1d3. Someone is snapping their fingers because something just got real, apparently.
No, that's my vote.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap.
Sag doesn't care. We need both. We need to
Seems to be snap tusks then.
snap tusks it is.
Alright then, I need perception rolls. I'm assuming you're trying to help him rather than just sit around like fucking chuckle fucks.
You mean awareness?
No.
Yes, that one. I presume you want to at least pretend to
like
help.
my thing.
I mean, if you don't want to help him in any way, shape, or form, and just follow his car around, fine, but...
I'll give you an awareness and an auspex test.
We should just hook our car up to it, and then he can tow us.
Yeah, my
Fair
awareness
enough.
is 16, and I'm not even going to bother.
Isn't the auger array only have a range of 50 meters?
Yeah, I'm still just gonna be using it to look around while we're going.
Fair enough.
It does give me a plus 20 on awareness test, though, so there's that. Oh, I'm sorry, that should be 55.
Okay.
I was just about to roll a d20 plus 47. I have no idea why.
Give me a second, just trying to fiddle with something that's not giving me what I want.
Yay!
Damn, most of you rolled pretty well.
Victory for everyone!
Until we fight it.
You see the pit trap open up in front of you before driving in.
Ha!
You
Speaking
hover over
of,
the pit
to keep
trap,
up a Percival, I am going to
because
need
it's a land
someone to...
speeder.
Well, I still need you to roll for the land speeder keeping up a drive check. It's not hard, it's just Percival
Sure,
is
sure.
going fairly fast. He's not,
There, is that good enough?
He does backflips in the car while you drive. Smart ass. Alright, let me just finish drawing this up.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just playing with my hoverboard in the back.
Is that what you're calling it?
I told you he was
No,
compensating for something with that giant hoverboard.
No, I do that in my ship.
Great. Ugh.
I've got pictures of Desdemona under my pillow.
You must like armor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's suitably creepy enough for us to start this. Okay, so that will do. Smooth it out. Smooth enough. Right then.
Look at the armor I'm wearing. Obviously, I have some sort of fetish.
So let's see. Tech use versus awareness. This is awareness. Okay, now I just gotta roll for him. Ah, interesting. Okay. Right then. Should shove you all to this map.
Grasslands, oh no!
Not very
You're in a
polite to
plane.
shove.
That's some stuff.
That is some stuff. Now, I'm sure you've all noticed that those snap tusks aren't alone.
They are not.
Well, you have all noticed that that rock isn't entirely just a rock. On top of the rock, something is definitely not rock. It's alive and segmented. Apparently it's hiding there, and it was doing a halfway decent job, but you guys spied it out. Roll initiative. Because you're about to go hunting snap tusks, and they see you and are about to bolt, and I'm presuming you want to shoot them. So roll some initiative, suckers.
Yeah. How do we roll initiative again? I completely forgot.
D10 plus your agility bonus.
So our initiative does get hurt by this armor a bit, but not much to do about that, is there?
Nope.
I got 12 altogether. My agility doesn't get hurt by my armor. It's another reason I picked it.
Hey! I rolled max.
Hey!
Right, and Desdemona gets double her agility bonus, doesn't she?
Yeah, I was double checking it.
And you rolled max.
Damn, you might actually just kill these things so they can run.
Hold on,
let's
this...
see.
Okay, depend... Okay, yeah.
Okay, we got
And
one.
Wombat Kid rolled 8 plus your agility of...
5 for the purposes of a nit.
Damn,
Wait,
you guys rolled
what?
high.
I finally rolled above a 2 for initiative, and I'm still dead last.
So wait. Oh, no, I see. Okay.
Well, if Dez isn't going first or near first each time, we'll be very sad.
Hmm.
Technically, Sig and Carnamore tie, but Carnamore has the better total. Or better bonus to his.
I have a +5. Boop, boop.
Yeah, so he's got a 13, and I've got a 12.
It's because I'm a hive worlder.
Don't hive worlds get penalties when they're out in big open areas?
Penalty to intelligence and survival, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just checking to see if they've actually beaten any fucking buddy.
So basically, you have agoraphobia.
Yep.
Yeah, they grew up in a box.
Big boxes.
Yeah.
But boxes.
If I'm not in a technological place, I lose intelligence, yeah.
Ha! Ha! The Snap Tusk beat exactly Sketh. And no one else. And the Crusher Roach is technically involved, but I'm not going to... Yeah, moving on. Alright, obviously, Des got first. So, Desmonda, you have first action.
Right, this is where I need to remember how vehicles work.
They go their speed unless you're trying to push them further. Or do something weird. Now, this is a plains, so there's not a whole lot of problems with the whole terrain. And you're in a skimmer on top of that, so, yeah.
Okay, so it can move 30 meters.
Each square is a meter.
Well, I can't exactly move it.
Ah, right, yeah, you're fine. I'll finally give you control, won't I?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird though, because I have to technically move everyone.
All you gotta do is, hold on.
Just move
There
it. We can
is-
catch up. We're not actually using the MapTool initiative, so it's not like we're all locked.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, just move it to wherever, and we'll move to where it's supposed to be. How does this work, though? I mean,
So if they keep running, you'll run into materials. I just don't expect them to get very far. They're not that fast.
yeah, I'm just curious. Presumably, we don't want to be using the heavy gun on everything because it'll liquefy things.
Yeah, but we still got to get close.
Yeah, I'm assuming, yes, you don't want to use the heavy gun, but you have your own personal guns.
So we're going to get out of the land speeder, basically.
You can
Nah,
stay
just
in it and shoot.
shoot out the window.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't
open.
even have windows.
It's
It's
open
open-
top. You can shoot all your weapons out of
Yeah,
this.
feel free to go crazy with your guns.
I'm
We're-
gonna
we're-
assume I
We're basically
can't, though.
standing in the back of a Jeep here.
The same thing I have to do. The same
Desdemona,
thing I do
will
when I
allow
have to
you
poop
to
on the highway.
drive. Sorry. What were you saying, Karn?
The same thing I have to do. The same thing I do when I have to poop on the highway.
Oh, for the love of God.
God, why?
Desdemona, I will allow you to drive one-handed and shoot, but you will take a penalty. Oop.
That's fine. I assume I can only use a one-handed weapon, and
Yes.
only one of.
Yeah.
That's still
I
below
said one hand on the
downrange.
wheel, butthole.
Or you can pilot. Or you can fire the speeder's guns.
Yep, that's always an option.
That's tempting. Don't tempt
yes.
me.
I thought that was the co-pilot's job.
Well,
It is,
it's-
but she can still decide to. She
yeah,
has the
I
option
can
to.
still fire it. He can just do it without any penalty while I'm driving around all I want.
Mm-hmm. So what do? You've moved the vehicle. Any other actions? Remember, 1 square is 1 meter, so that should help.
Is this the roach isn't on our list, right?
It is not. And you don't really know anything about it, because apparently Percival has not seen it.
Hmm.
That or doesn't feel it's a threat or something.
Get it with the vehicle guns. Get
I'm tempted to shoot
You
it.
could! I mean, that definitely gets attention and piss it the fuck off, and whether or not it can take you is an entire different question.
Yeah,
don't know its position
probably.
in the
Let's
food
just
chain.
shoot a bolt pistol at this, because, like, yeah, I'm trying to take these things alive. And, yeah.
Oh, are we?
Well, sort of, kind of. You can kill
Well, I'm
them,
trying
just if you
not
kill them
to-
excessively, the
Yeah.
parts you need might be gone.
I don't know, I guess Laz would probably just shoot through it, right? So it wouldn't necessarily... Destroy-
Laz tends to burn holes and
Well,
stuff,
the
assuming he can get
multi-laser.
through.
So...
I mean, basically with Laz weapons, you're cooking the meat.
Meh. None of my guns are good for this, then.
Do what you will. You can just keep moving the vehicle.
Well, as far as I know, we only need one of them, so we might as well kill the rest.
Specifically, you need an alpha female, which they all look the same to you.
Roger
Whatever.
that.
I want to fire this new gun. I just...
It's always
Fuck it,
fun to
I'm gonna
fire.
just shoot. Okay, shoot at what you want. Just tell me what you're shooting at.
Let's just go for the one in the back. Screw it.
Okay, you fire an obscene amount of gun in that direction.
It's a
You-
full auto shot, so yeah.
What happens when you miss with a full auto weapon? I forget. I think you take half or something. You guys
I
didn't
don't
have
know.
full auto guns at the start, so I don't have that
I gotta check
memorized.
it up. It also gives a bonus, so...
It gives a
Yeah.
plus 20 bonus for every degree of success you get. If you miss, you just miss. If you hit, you get an extra hit for each degree of success up to the weapon's maximum.
Well,
There we go.
you missed, so you spray fire all around the snap tusk, and you scorch the grass nice. And you think you nicked it a couple times, but its heavy body seems to just not care, just keeps going.
Okay.
It looks
There we
impressive.
go.
It makes a lot of noise, though.
Well, that's all she's got.
All right. Carnamore, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna unleash a full auto burst on the Snap Tusk because I modded my gun for full auto and I'm going to use it, damn it.
Okay, as long as he's within range. Just tell me which one.
Yep, my range is 35, so this one here.
Alright.
Yeah, I missed.
You miss a lot. Fucking.
I don't even have to look up what my total thing is. I missed.
Is there? You said a hell gun. That's a las weapon, isn't it? Just an advanced las weapon.
It's a hell pistol. Yeah.
Yeah. Serene bolts of energy go flying and impact the ground some more. This place, if this was a forest, it'd be on fire.
But it's not.
Looks like Sigismund, you're next.
The question is, do I use big gun, my hell gun, or my new Ripper pistol?
So many guns, so little time.
I would say it probably makes sense that we can't use the vehicle gun, each one of us at the same time.
No, you only get one around.
Okay. Well, I'm within range for my Ripper pistol, so I'll go ahead and use that, because it's new, and I like it.
Go hog wild, guy.
New toys!
Yes.
We're all using our new things. It's fun.
The question is whether I'm going to use my Logis implant. I have to make a toughness test when I use it, or I get fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I still have, actually, I keep forgetting. I think I have 4 fate points in total.
Should be on your sheet.
Yes,
Yep.
I know, but there's nowhere to put it on my sheet.
And you've used one because you had a reroll.
Yes, I've used 1, but I just need to double check that I do have 4 in total, which I believe I do. Either that
You
or
should.
3. One of the 2.
Find
3.
out.
I have 3.
Now you have 2 because you used one today.
Yes. So sure, I'll go ahead and use this. I have to pass a tech use test, and then I must pass a toughness test or gain a level of fatigue.
Okay.
I'm going to assume tech use isn't an issue.
Probably not. Roll though.
Yep.
Probably not. Yep.
And now I'll roll toughness, which I believe I have is 50 now. Yes. Yeah, I don't get fatigued.
Yay.
Now the benefit of that is I get to read outcomes and calculate trajectory and stuff, so I get a plus 10 bonus to all weapon skill and ballistic skill test until the end of my next turn.
Nice.
So now I'll shoot at things. I believe I'm getting a bunch of bonuses that I'll make sure I'm getting.
Closest one.
Hmm? Oh yeah, I'm shooting the closest one. Let's see, I'm hooked into the vehicle, so my memory implant, or sorry, not memory, the mind impulse unit gives me a plus 10 bonus on ballistic skill test as well. So it's a plus 20 so far. If I fire on semi-automatic, the motion predictor will add a plus 10 bonus, 10% bonus that is. Which I'll have to figure out what that is.
10 points. When
Is
it
it?
says percent, it's actually just plus 10.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So another plus 10. As long as I fire in semi-auto. Which means it's either that or the, what's it called? The red dot laser sight, which gives it on a single shot. So I'll go ahead and go for the semi-auto, so I get another plus 10 from it being semi-auto.
I get the impression you're probably going to hit.
Yeah, so I'm getting a total of plus 40.
Alright, roll 100.
It's
I would
possible.
love it.
I've done it once already.
Go
Now,
on.
this is versus
Roll to shoot this poor
85.
snap test with no idea what's going to hit him. You've hit by that many degrees of success. Looks to be 2.
It's 1 point shy of being 2.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So just 1 extra degree of success, so you don't get any of the special stuff.
Now, what happens with semi-auto?
If you had 2 degrees of success, you could either hit him again or hit a nearby target, but you didn't, so you just hit him. So, roll
Right.
damage.
Yeah, just where did I hit, for one thing?
Oh, hold on, I have that up. You got a 66. Hold on.
Yes. Which means it's 66, so is the body.
Yep, you just hit the body flat out. You hit the big, ugly torso.
Okay, my damage for this, the Ripper Pistol is... Where is it? 1d10 plus 3. It has tearing, so I roll twice and take the better, and it's toxic.
I believe toxics I need to roll a toughness check or take something. Hold on, I need to try and remember that.
Okay, so I'm taking the 5, so that makes 8 total.
Okay, 1 second. I need to figure out what the hell toxic does.
I can tell you, I have it written down.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, so toxic, anyone that takes damage from a toxic weapon after reduction for armor and toughness, so it's only if it gets through their armor and toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Which this does have penetration 7.
Okay.
They must make a toughness check, a test with a -5 penalty for every point of damage taken.
Okay. You said how much pen?
7.
Okay, and you did how much damage?
8.
Okay, and then need to do... Okay, so I need a toughness penalty.
A toughness test with a -5 penalty for each point of damage they actually took.
Okay, I'll roll that.
If they succeed, nothing happens. If they fail, they take another immediate 1d10 points of impact damage with no reduction from armor or toughness.
He has passed.
Hooray!
So your
them.
bolt sears into the creature's heavy, thick, almost armored hide, and it just kind of roars or grunts. You can't really... It's like someone caught a pig and a lion in a cage and just made noise. It's still standing, though. It looks pissed more than anything, to be honest. The wound you made is fist size, and that'd be dangerous on most people, but on this thing, it doesn't seem real stopped.
Well, that's my turn.
Looks like Percival's next. I just need 1 moment.
He's running away.
Da-da. I'm just trying to determine who he's going to shoot at. Yeah, he'll take a shot at the one you shot at. It's most likely to go down. Alright, he's going to put in a penetrator round. Actually, nah, that's the best way. Okay, he's going to take a shot then. He has hit.
Something, something, dark side.
Yeah, he has a bunch of stuff going on, but I can't show you that, because you wouldn't know. You're too far away to even look at him.
He struggles with his inner demons, and may or may not open fire on us next turn.
Okay.
And then I'll have to chop off his arms and legs.
Alright, he'll roll damage on his gun. Bad luck for him. Let's see. Yeah, he's shot. He impacts, but he hits it right in the thickest part of the armor plates and does essentially nothing. You hear cursing over the comm, or the box, whatever. Alright, after Percival. Oh, wait. Move. Okay.
Here I thought we were being foolish getting that close. Okay.
The roach does nothing, or doesn't seem to care. Snap tusks. Let's see. I need to roll something. Okay, I've got great news, everyone. They've decided you're a threat.
It took them that long.
This is their first turn.
Yeah, it took them that long.
I'm just checking their full speed, but they should have no. Yeah, they're fast enough. Actually, they might not be. Hold on. So those two can't quite make it, the other three do. So those three are flat out just charging your land speeder. It's probably not going to take much damage, but a lot of you do need to make an agility check to stay in the vehicle. And Desdemona, I need a pilot check to not have it flip the fuck over. Or driver, sorry. So, driver check from Desdemona to not have the thing flipped over. Everyone else, agility checks not to fall the fuck out. Oh, okay, that thing fucking flips.
I'm gonna use my fate point.
Oh god, and here's where everything goes terrible. Yep.
Well, it's not as bad.
It doesn't matter.
Your very first encounter. Over you go.
You're assuming that it's a +0 challenging.
It's not. It's harder than that. You're being rammed by three of the fuckers.
I'm probably getting thrown out.
Looks like most of you are. Has anyone passed their agility check yet?
Hey, I passed.
Okay, awesome.
That's
Sig, the entire
astounding.
thing is flipping end over. It's about to flip over. Do you stay in?
Oh, I haven't actually rolled agility, but
Well, the person driving is strapped in more than anyone else is, so you wouldn't have to roll the agility
Okay.
check. You just stay in automatically. The question is, do you want to at this stage?
I'm going to say we should not stay in the rolling vehicle.
So you can forego your agility check to instead, combat roll.
how does a speeder flip though?
They hit it from the front enough to where the you can't
Yep.
compensate for the hovering, and the thing just flop.
Actually, I just realized I have my power board strapped on. Can I make a piloting to fly safely away?
Once you've made an agility check to get out of the thing, yes. And if you fail the agility check, no, not yet anyway.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So did anyone pass their agility check?
I did.
Okay. Do you want to combat roll out of the vehicle, or do you want to stay in it? The vehicle is still a land speeder. It could theoretically right itself, at least a little easier than a truck would, but there's still the pissed off creatures to deal with.
Yeah, it would kind of make sense that there'd be something built in to eventually do that.
Would the gun be able to aim at them?
While possibly unlikely.
All
It's
right,
designed to.
combat roll it is.
Yeah, it's usually a gun that's like situated
All
right
right.
in front of where you would be sitting as the co-pilot.
Uh-huh.
So Sig gets out. Everyone else gets to take some damage.
Do I get to reduce any of it?
From your armor? Yes.
Yay.
I mean, we've got some good armor now. AP versus impact.
It says impact. Ouch. Well, there you go. As you're crushed more or less by the speeder flipping end over end.
Where is the impact damage being situated?
We're going to say the torso and legs primarily, for the sake of torso, because that's where most of the damage is going to happen.
Okay, cool.
You're basically being tossed around and ramming against stuff you don't want to ram against.
Yeah, my armor has different values for body and not, so.
So our driver did know that all of the weapons that we could attack these things with have ranges over 100 meters, yes?
I'm sure he knows now. Sorry, she.
Okay.
Well, this is something that we probably should discuss before we go in.
You know, that's actually why Percival drove up. He was really hoping they'd charge him, because his vehicle can fucking take it. It's a beast, but no.
Okay, so that's reduced by
Armor and toughness.
armor and
bonus.
toughness. Okay, so
And toughness bonus,
So
yeah.
because it's
It's impact.
okay, so because it's impact, I have 9, and then plus 3 toughness bonus, so I ignore 12.
Yep, and you only take 2 wounds from it. For having 3 pissed off snap tusks just ram your fucking vessel, this isn't that bad.
I think I only take 1 from this.
Quite possible. I don't expect it, even if they rolled high, I didn't expect
Yeah,
this to
I have
kill
13,
you.
so yeah, I take 1 wound.
Alright, there you go then. Sigmund, you're the only one who takes no wounds from this, because you tumbled out successfully.
Ha ha ha.
Well, once everyone's taken their wounds, that will be their turn. They basically
Yeah,
just charged your vehicle.
Yeah, I take 2 wounds, and that takes me to exactly 10.
Cool, you're unconscious. I think.
No.
That is my wounds total.
That's his wound total. He's not unconscious unless something hits
Additional
him
hits
over
again.
that.
Okay, don't get hit again.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
by the way,
am I still entangled at the wreck, or am I thrown?
y'all failed your agility, and the thing goes tumbling. Yeah, you're thrown.
Okay.
Wherever's closest. Des is the only one who is not, because again, she's more secure than anyone else, being the driver.
question.
For obvious reasons. Yes.
We had a day.
Oh, you haven't done your healing yet, right?
You didn't spend the whole day sleeping, but you do get a heal for the day, unless you're heavily wounded, in which case.
Yeah, what's your wound count at compared to your total wounds? What's your wound to toughness ratio?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're asking about your day's rest, right?
No, I was talking about being a diagnostor. Did we get it or no?
That.
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Okay, cool. I was never wounded. I didn't get to be wounded at all.
Yeah, even in this encounter.
Well, let's fix that.
Yeah, not to fucking kill you guys. That'll be fun. Hey, Sketh, it's your turn. By the way, because I'm cruel and unusual, everyone except Sigismund and Des is prone. So Carnamore, Sketh, you're both prone because you fell out of a fucking flipping vehicle.
I'm not prone because I'm upside down.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd find the prone state, but I can't bloody well find it.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect me too badly since I had my power board strapped to my feet.
It ain't it, or whatever. Guess.
Thing's as big as a skateboard.
I know, fine. Give it on your feet. Still gotta get up, though. Good luck doing that with a power board strapped to your goddamn feet.
Alright, so I am on the ground here, yes.
And you're prone. You're exactly where you fell.
And I'm prone. Exactly how is this speeder oriented at the moment?
On its right side, slowly starting to tip towards you. Oh. Tipping that direction on its right side, just kind of falling over.
Okay.
If you had to guess, it's going to fall primarily in that direction.
Quick question. Is it falling towards its roof or towards the...
Roof.
Okay.
Alright. In that case, I would like to just try and position myself so that I end up in its framework for what meager cover it will allow me.
Hi, there's a thing rams down. Okay, fair enough. You do need to stand up to do that, so that might be your whole turn.
Because there is no cover to speak of anywhere around here other than the speeder. So.
And that big fucking.
What is standing up? Is it a half action?
I believe it's a half action, then another half action to move, so he's done.
Yep.
Alright, Sketh is done. That's everyone. Desdemona. Your fucking land speeder's been flipped by angry snap tusks.
So, can I do a piloting check to try to, well, driving check to try to flip it in the right direction?
Yes, you may try the pilot check to right it. Not going to be easy.
Yeah. Well, I don't make it.
Nope. So that thing's gonna tumble over regardless of what you do. That took a half action. I will allow you to use a half action to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah, Percival figured it would. Idiots would run forward, buns blazing, and then this would happen.
said how fast they could move, it wouldn't have happened.
Not as fast as your vehicle, but you got close enough for them to charge.
How exactly, how far can I move getting out of this thing?
Using an agility check, and then followed by a pilot check to try and boost yourself with your own jetpack in the most dangerous stunt you've ever pulled. About half the speed your jetpack could take you.
Ask it. Well, I don't pass the agility check, apparently, to use a
You're
seatbelt.
just stuck. Actually, it would roll another one.
Yeah.
Well, have fun with that.
Also, to be fair to our perceptions of distance, these things are apparently cheetah fast, despite being described as lumbering.
Yes.
Yeah. So
That was
we
that
didn't
was
get
a
a great
72
description of how
kilometer
quickly
per
they
hour
were.
charge from a dead
Yes.
stop.
They're really, really fast on the charge.
Just
let's put it
saying,
that way.
don't blame me. The guy didn't give us good warning.
Sorry, do I need to explain Death World to you in detail?
This is a hive world, not death world, but carry on.
No, a hive world is covered in that city, multiple of them. You're on a Death World that has a hive city.
So why am I now in the middle of all of them?
Well, I rolled to see where you'd fall.
Fantastic. Well, I'll make
And
a
I
new
gave you even
character
an agility
soon.
check to not roll in the middle, and, well, you rolled a 70 versus a 40, and that's not happening.
I'm gonna try to suppressing fire them, so you might not be want to be standing where my gunfire is gonna go.
I
Well,
don't have a
Carnivore is
choice.
your move, so, you're also
I thought she
prone.
still had movement. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, she had to spend half action trying to ride it, and then half action to get out, so. Carnivore, you are still prone.
Half action to push myself up onto my feet.
Okay, you push yourself onto your board.
Woo! And then I'm going to try to suppressing fire these beasts. Let's see if I can do an art.
Question: do you get Vinci? You have something that prevents something from whacking you in the face when you're trying to shoot them?
I have a helmet.
I'm sure that'll be much comfort. I forget if there's AOOs for people who try to shoot in a melee.
I don't think
Not-
there's AOs in this system.
If
Yeah,
you're
like that I've-
engaged in melee, you can't use certain weapons.
Yeah.
But being
And he's got
next
a
to
pistol,
someone
so he's
is not
fine.
the same thing as engaged
Yeah,
in
pistols
melee.
are melee weapons, so they can
Yeah,
just be
you're-
used.
Yeah, you're good. Never mind. So, you're trying to suppress a fire as many as you can.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what. I got a 45-degree angle. I think I can only hit these four.
And to be descriptive, they look lumbering. They don't move lumbering.
I blame everything on the guide.
Yeah, with a 45 with a 45-degree angle of fire, I can only hit those four.
Okay, so these.
So I need to look this up again.
Alright. What's funny is it will lower their ability to hit you. They're probably just gonna not care.
No, if they fail, they have to move away from me and can't do anything else
Interesting.
until they get to combat, until they can get to cover.
That would help. I mean, it might very well save Desdemona's life.
That's the plan. I just need to find the full description again.
Pronounce it with a Z and you're good.
Desdemona.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to take Shakespeare?
No. I took Wiggle Stick instead.
We'll just leave that non sequitur where it lies, and
He's used to it. Okay, so all targets must make a hard pinning test or become pinned.
Okay, so hard is a -20.
What is a pinning test?
I don't know.
I believe that's willpower.
yep.
Mhm. Well, I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is you could succeed. The bad news is they're immune. It's a bestial trait. Animals, some experience, they certainly experience fear, but not the same way people do. Like, an animal's first instinct is not to necessarily run to cover, depending on the creature. And this lot are not going to run for cover. You will shoot
Okay.
them, but they're not running anywhere.
Additionally, the active character must make a hard ballistic skill to determine if the wild spray of gunfire hits anybody within the killing zone.
Which, does that include me?
I failed the test anyway.
The answer is he hits no one.
So he fires a lot of bolts that would send most intelligent beings scurrying, but these things are both non-intelligent and kind of bricks, so they just bellow irritably. Alright, after Carnamord, we have Sigismund.
Yes.
You are upright and perfectly fine.
Time to try and draw some attention away from the person who might die if all three are hitting her. Let's see, do I have anything to do but shoot at them again?
Good question.
I think I'm just shooting at them again.
Okay. Don't let me stop you.
Well, it's the same roll.
Hey, someone got a lot of successes.
Uh-huh.
How many successes is that?
One shy of being 7.
So 6 then is all we needed. So let's see, that's 3 extra hits. That you can either all... So you have 3 extra hits besides the one that just landed. Where do you want to put them?
Double check something here. There's... something's bugging me like I'm forgetting something. I'm just gonna make sure.
Okay.
It's like 9:20 and stuff.
Yeah, we should probably enter this.
Oh, that's what's probably bugging you.
Well, there's that, but I'm talking about something in terms of the game.
Sorry, I did not notice the time moving along, so we can stop on his turn once he's figured out what happened on his shot.
If you need to go, Brad, that's what the YouTube video is for
Oh
catching
yeah,
up.
you can go.
I
At
sit
best,
around
he'll
till the end
maybe
of the
kill the
turn.
one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we messed up last time. Whatever the semi-auto rate of fire is for the gun, it always gets that many shots off, in addition to whatever extra you get.
Neat.
So, like, for example, my semi-auto shot with the Ripper pistol last turn should have had 2 shots.
Yeah, you
But-
basically roll aiming for those extra shots, right? Or is it just...
Well, let's not worry about that. The extra shots, I don't know, do you aim for them? I don't think you do. I think
You
they just
aim
hit.
the gun once.
Yeah, that you're just
So
shooting.
you have 2 hits on the big guy, and you have 3 extra hits to put either all on that one or spread them out.
I'm gonna put them all on the same guy, so 5 hits on
Okay.
the one thing, because,
Kill it, dead.
yeah.
Okay, roll.
That's a 61 for hitting, and then we need to see where the extra hits land.
So you do.
Okay, so the first hit hit the body, so the second hit will also hit the body, the third hit hits the arm, the fourth hit hits the head, and the fifth hit hits the arm. You want me to write that down?
Please.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
You know I can full run on this thing at a speed of 75.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good for getting away.
Okay, and now I have a lot of things to roll, because this is roll 2 dice, take the better of them.
Yep. You've probably killed it, but let's find out.
Okay, so first one, I'm just gonna do these. Okay, so in order, I'll just write this down for posterity's sake.
And they have all the pen in the world, so yeah, okay. Go on. What's your totals?
Apparently, Control Enter gets rid of the text box.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
It's
so
the
first
show
shot
hide
is
chat.
there. Second hit is that. Third hit is that. Fourth hit is that. And the last hit is actually the same as the first hit. No, actually, that's on an arm. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's still alive.
Seriously?
Has it at
Oh,
least
wait.
taken any crit?
Hold on. It needs to roll for poison or toxic
Damn it.
or whatever it's called.
Damn, that's gonna be
Because it
almost
takes...
impossible.
Because, just to remind you, it takes a -5
And
penalty
it
on that
failed
test.
by a lot.
Yeah, so it takes, for each shot, you have to roll this, by the way.
Son of a bitch. What's it take?
Okay, so for each damage it takes through its armor and toughness and whatever, it takes a -5 penalty on the toughness test. Every time it fails, it takes 1d10 points of damage, with no reduction for armor or toughness.
Okay, let me just... And it's dead. It's
Okay.
really dead. You overkilled it to the extreme. You basically... You shot it up so full of bullets, it's basically 90% toxin, and it just kind of blurfs.
Just use state dead so that we know the body's there.
Blurf.
Ripper pistol, ladies
There's
and
so
gentlemen.
much toxins in it, you don't think you're gonna... you better hope whatever it is, this one isn't the alpha. The toxins is what really killed it. I mean, you shot it to one wound just with bullet, and the toxins from there just... Yeah.
So I guess I should use my hell gun to kill things.
Only if you want their organs.
What do we need from the snap tusk, actually?
You're not sure. He didn't explain.
Let's just snap off its
but you
tusk
didn't
and give
ask.
them that.
Anyway, I assume we're stopping.
Yes, we are stopping.
I assume my next turn is going to consist of me running away.
Yep. A lot of running. As these things basically chase you and try and kill you.
We
So they're not
should've
going to catch Carnivore.
We should have just brought my ship. It has a force field.
The
Wait.
thing is, he warned you about stuff flying around here. He's not kidding. You start flying a ship around here too long, you will be plucked out of the sky by shit. Big shit. So yeah, that's this session. Hopefully the stats don't murderize you all next session.
Well, what's going to happen is next time I'm going to use the hell gun, rolling at 85, which has a guaranteed 3 semi-auto.
Neat.
So if I get roll anything like that again... I mean, the only problem is that it doesn't have tearing, so I take whatever roll I get.
Yeah.
Oh, but I would get the close range bonus. I forgot to put the close range bonus into that. I should have gotten an extra shot.
Well, if
It's
only
dead.
Percival had rolled a little better. Yes, the Snap Tusk is fucking dead. If Percival had actually rolled a little better, he probably could have taken down a Snap Tusk in a single shot. He actually is pretty good at this. He just rolled the one roll he didn't want, which is basic success.
Yeah, it happens.
He wants highest success possible.
Yeah, I'm not built for this. I'm going to be screwed if one of these attacks me.
What's really funny is, as dangerous as these things are, if you guys just do what Sigmund did, you're pretty much guaranteed to kill one, and their offense is not as awesome as you think it is. They're pretty strong, but
Yeah, they're big and
primitive.
massive.
Primitive
but
weapons
they
and your
run into
armor
shit.
means most of it's just going to flood. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, they moved the land speeder, and that hurt just because it fell on us.
Yeah, that actually was doing more damage than they could do in a round feasibly. Like, if they all just attacked you and they all have primitive weapons with no pen, yeah, you guys are probably going to laugh off most of their actual attacks.
Power
Well, that's
armor
good
is
to know
power
at
armor.
least.
What I'm worried about is young scavenger then deciding it wants to come in and pick us off after the results are done.
Yeah, that might happen.
But then after
And
the
that's
results
when
are
I
done,
fly away.
after the results are done, we have our heavy weapon back.
Who says it waits until you're completely finished?
True.
That's
It
when
was
I just
obviously
fly-
able to, like, the Snap Tusk either didn't mind its presence or it was hiding well enough for them not to notice.
That's when
That
I
and
just
they can't
fly
climb
away and
rocks.
say fuck it.
Here, Carnivore just surfs away.
Have
I got
fun
no
getting back
problems.
to the city safely on
I have
that
to-
thing.
Yeah.
Live to die another day.
That's when Desdemona just flies above it and drops a grenade into its mouth.
I have to calculate its actual speed. What's a round in this system?
6 seconds.
Same.
Or, Yeah, 6 seconds.
So to be clear, 1 square is 1 meter, and these things can charge at an 18.
Also, make sure you check most vehicles. There's a combat speed and a non-combat speed.
Yeah,
Hold up.
power board just moves.
Oh.
The power board just has a fly speed of 15.
These
so it works like you
snapjacks
do.
actually aren't all that fast. They're kind
Yeah,
of...
hold up. Did you just say their charge range is 18?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, they were 18 away when they wonked you. Well, some of them were. The ones that weren't just moved.
2 of them were. Another was 25. The furthest 2 were at 28 and 26.
I'm pretty sure they were closer.
Doesn't make that much of a difference.
Well, yeah, my Hell pistol has a range of 35, and the one I shot at was just in range. So
Strange. I must have been moving them wrong, or something with this is weird. I don't know. When I did it seemed right.
So yeah, I can move 750 meters per minute.
Well, 2 of them would have made it, and the other one would have been... That's enough to push the thing.
Regardless, let's not go around trying to retcon this now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, I measured right.
We should celebrate our survival. Party horns for everyone.
Yeah, so
Yay! You survived. What,
so
a round?
the hoverboard has a top speed of around 45 kilometers per hour, and can run for 5 or 6 hours on a charge, and it charges itself.
Well, that's a very fast board in a straight line. If you have nothing in your way, you could definitely pull that off. You start into a forested area, good luck.
I'll fly over the
Skith, I'm
forest
going
like
to
an
suplex
idiot.
you into the sun.
What?
Did you check the link?
Why?
Why not?
I gotta go now.
See you later.